Lol.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Aloha.
No,
Yeah,
you're supposed to say
hello.
you're the Russian thing. How do I say hello in Russian?
Здрасте, здравствуйте. Привет.
Привет, привет. Is it
Привет.
привет or привет?
Привет.
Привет. Привет.
Привет. Yeah.
Привет. Okay.
Привет.
Ah. Didn't you say something else before that? Isn't that like is that a more difficult version of that?
It's basically a more polite version of that. So привет is more hello. Здравствуйте is more well, hello there. It's kind of
Jesus.
official. Kind of like it's kind of so official.
It's
kind
much
very
more of a
official.
tongue twister.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Wait, I should have your stream open as well. Somebody's saying
hello.
the privet sounds like pervert.
Yes, I'm very up. I'm very early today. Hey Zeppeli, everybody on KROWKO's side as well. How you guys doing today? It's about 6 in the morning for me, and I have come here to exchange my knowledge of my culture, my big brain, with Crow here.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yes.
Have we done this before?
It's been so long since we went together. Like I remember that last collab been like 5 minutes ago almost.
But I think that wasn't a cultural exchange. That was just simply chatting, was it not?
Yeah, we just chatted. We just basically decided to break some ice there, and we did break a lot of ice actually. There was a lot of ice being broken.
And then we just left the ice to reform after a bunch of months. So
Yeah, totally. Next time, you know what? Next time, let's try to in advance. Let's try to do a collab that is not a year later, and maybe do some gaming too. Maybe.
yeah, gaming's a good idea. I don't know, just like in general, I haven't been collabing with anyone. You said you've been collabing with a lot of people lately. I go on your page and I see a lot of like collab streams, but that which is really good. The only thing is I've been really busy. I just took like a hiatus for about a month to go back to my home country. Yeah, from the Lunar New Year thing, so that's why I've just been a hermit.
Yeah, understandable. Honestly, I'm kind of like trying to spread roots on the YouTube side because I've been on Twitch and I have like it's a completely different people on Twitch, and I moved to YouTube and I've been kind of trying to establish some roots here. So that's why I'm like, that's why I like to collaborate with people. And I think one of my strongest points as like a content creator is like I just vibe with people well. Like all kinds of people. That's just how I do. That's what I do.
I think that's the most important skill, actually. It's just communication skills, social skills. Even though people might say like, VTubing, it's like parasocial, it's not real connection, whatever. But it's still humans at the end of the day behind the screen. So you have to know how to deal with people.
I'm one of the rarest examples of an extrovert on the scene myself.
Extrovert?
That's what I'm an extrovert. Like I'm one of those people who I found a person, I followed the person, the person followed me, and the first thing I do, one of the first things I do is I just drop kick into DMs and go, "Hello, vibe check."
You barge in. It's like FBI, open up, let me in.
FBI, open up. Yeah, exactly.
But to be fair, I think that's a pretty successful tactic in VTubing because most VTubers are very shy. And they wouldn't reach out first, so they're waiting for someone to break their door like you do.
Yeah. I noticed that's with time. I've been in VTubing almost 2 years. Like it's gonna be 2 years and like 3. Is like in like 3 months, 4 months. 4 months, yeah. So basically a good portion of 1.5 years at this point.
Nice.
And I realized that no matter how much you try, no matter how much you wait, no matter how much you try to pretend yourself, force yourself to not approach people. If you do not approach people, nobody will approach you ever.
That is true. See, I think you know that as an extrovert, right? Me, I have to start from being an introvert, and it was so awkward to start first. But the thing to realize is that nobody knows you're awkward unless you act awkward. So you just act confident, and people just think that you're cool.
I was also thinking I'm an introvert, right? When I started this, and I was like shy, and I was like, "Oh, people so cool." And I'm not cool. But then I realized, fuck all that. Fuck all that.
Yeah. Yeah, who cares? Who cares if you appear uncool? At the end of the day, you get new friends, new connections.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think part of the reason why I am the way it is, to tie it back up,
Yeah.
culturally, we are people
Yes.
who are
Good tie.
who are like how do I say it? We usually are very introverted by nature. However, there is a big caveat there. It's like it's kind of like a clam you open up, right?
Okay.
You usually see a Russian that is like very, very silent, grim. We don't really talk much. But then as soon as you get to know this person, as soon as it becomes a sudden morbing occurs where a silent, grim dude that you saw suddenly drags you home, gives you food, gives you tea, gives you everything. It's like, you're friend now. You're friend now.
Here's my bear. Say hello.
I'm gonna give you food. All the food.
That's
Eat
so
my
cute.
food. Yeah, we're like very we're like the type of friends. If you do manage to become our friend, it's for pretty much eternity.
Oh, that's the best though, is it not? I
Yeah,
like those kinds of people. Actually, I like those people better than the ones who I can just easily grab. It's like it's much better when you have somebody that you gotta like build trust, but then once you have them, you have them. That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. It's basically that's how it works here. We try to effectively maintain a sort of air about us that we well, most people kind of like find us a little intimidating to get along with, but it's like, don't be. We're secret nerds. We just want to vibe just as anyone else does. That's just how it is, you know?
Right. So if you go, let's say I go to Russia, and I'm a tourist, and I could just walk up to anyone and be like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And they would be chill, or would they be a little?
Oh yeah. No, that would be chill. Thing is, that's another custom of like friendship. It's a really funny thing that I think a lot of people don't really understand. We are very direct.
Yeah, I can tell.
We're very direct. So what happens is, what you ask usually, you know, comparatively speaking, America, when you ask, "How are you doing today?" It's a general question to like indicate, like, "I'm doing fine. How are you?" It's a conversation starter, right?
Okay.
So you can talk about anything else.
Sure.
In Russia, if you ask, "How are you doing today?" the answer will be, and I'm just gonna replay it.
Wait, what?
Just a long breath in, an absolute avalanche of exactly how he is today.
Like an actual biography of his childhood trauma.
My friend went to school today, so like I'm really annoyed. My leg hurts today. My grandma is kind of sick today, but I'm not sure. I ate something really weird yesterday.
Wait, that's so funny though. That's interesting. Way more interesting than I'm good, thanks. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're very direct. Like we are super direct about things.
So do you guys do small talk then? If that's the case, like how is your day-to-day version in Russia?
Small talk is more like coincidentally more like, what's the weather today? How's the weather today? That's basically more of a small talk version of things.
Okay.
Like if you're legitimately asking how are you doing today, it's most likely going to be receiving a very lengthy detailed presentation on exactly what kind of day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a therapy session basically.
Yeah, it's like you wanted to know about my day, you get to know about my day.
You ask, you get it.
You ask, you shall receive.
I see. See, I don't think we have that in Vietnam at all. Or at least, I think it depends on okay, maybe this is the same in Russia as well, because different provinces or different city people have different communication styles, don't you think? Is that the same for you?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, we are huge.
Yeah.
Russia is big. It's big.
Right.
It's stretching from like European region to Asian region effectively. We're like in the middle, sandwiched between everything.
Yeah.
So we kind of have like.
Can you guys hear him well, by the way?
That have traditions from like all over the place and people from all over the place. So yeah, definitely some are less open or less social. Others are like absolutely social and much more open about things. But the general traditions, including a lot of the superstitious stuff, will kind of remains the same across.
Oh, superstition. Wait, can you guys hear me? Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, superstition. So
Yeah,
like myths and religion, or
Yeah, there is a lot of. We are a very heavily culturally and mythologically
oh,
superstitious country.
eh,
There has been even to this day, like in this modern age, I know several really big folk things up to like we are there is a tradition to like sit down before a long travel. There is a tradition to like look for a black cat to cross the street. Like it's just so ingrained into our culture as things that I don't even like consider it weird. It's just
right,
something that is like
right. No, but
it's
I
just
totally
a
get
thing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, in every country, well, not sure about every country. Like, let's say America. I'm not sure if they have superstitious rituals everywhere. But yeah, we do have the same thing in Vietnam as well. And if you don't do those things, they have a saying called có thơ có kiêng có lành cái gì đấy cô không nhớ nữa. But it basically means even if it's not real, if you do something with the intention for good luck, then you'll get good luck. And it makes sense. It's like the art of manifestation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar approach here. Like even if you do not believe those superstitions per se, it's important for you to kind of like grab the luck by grab the luck and bring it to yourself.
Better safe than sorry. Yeah.
Very safe than sorry. Yeah, exactly. Part of that's also part of the reason why we also very hospitable as people. Because it's kind of involved into this whole thing. If you're invited to a person, it's a tradition to like bring something along for yourself. If you go there, like a small gift, basically. It was created, if I'm not mistaken, from the as a sort of appeasement for the home spirit.
Way back
when.
What? Oh, that's
cool. We also have the home spirits. It's called domovoi. We have domovoi, a little gnome person thing that basically looks after the house.
Wait, we have that thing in Vietnam too, but it's wait, actually sounds the same. It's Bing Boy in us, but it's a little fuck, how do I call it? It's like a little tub, not a tub. Okay, so imagine like a ceramic ball. And then you're supposed to put some sort of chemical in it, and you're supposed to put that guy near an altar, and he sort of protects your house, I guess. But we never have that tradition where you give the gift to appease that dude. But that's cute.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like they're like the spirits of the household. They protect the household and everything. And in the same vein, like when you come here, right? You come into my house, for example. You arrive to Russia and you come to a house.
Yeah.
You bring that gift thing. Like we'd be like a maybe chocolate box or like whatever you want, right?
Sure.
And it would be considered bad form to here, for example, if I have something cooked up and you don't like sit down and eat with me, right? It'd be kind of like,
really? So I can't refuse.
Yeah, no. You must eat my pancakes. or domovoi will come for you.
Oh my god. That's pretty funny. So it sort of forces people to cooperate and be hospitable, basically.
Yeah. A lot of the cultural resources that came from the fact that we are so big, as such a big nation, and we are largely centered in the north. And as you can imagine, considering how little there is actually ground that can be grown stuff on, because it's just tundra. It's just tundra.
Right.
There has been many periods in Russian history of extreme
famine.
Famine, yeah, extreme famine.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there was like whole winters, huge winters of just no food. So that's why we pickle everything to this day.
Really?
To this day, we just pickle everything.
Oh.
Everything is pickled.
I've never eaten any. Okay, give me a name of a food that I can Google right now that is like a pickled Russian thing that's super Russian.
Well, pickled vegetables, pickled vegetables. Look it up. Like just like pickled vegetables. There's like salty cucumbers, all
It
that
looks
kind
so
of stuff.
cute.
Like
It's like in a jar. And it's all flowery. Aw.
yeah. It's like we're using natural preserving techniques. A lot of the drinks were created from like preservation and fermentation. Like kvass, for example, it was basically used from. I mean, let me specifically say what kvass is, because it's a very interesting drink. We turned bread into drink. It's a fermented cereal based low alcohol beverage. Yeah.
Cereal
It's
based.
it's kind of like
Yeah, cereal
it's
as in
usually
bread.
made, grains, it's rye bread or rye flour. Yeah, specifically rye bread. There's just a lot of these things that if you look into them, and it's just kind of like, oh, but by the way, we starved a lot, and then we go,
Oh, it makes sense.
yeah. It's just like it was food made specifically to be preserved over a long period of time to satiate the hunger.
Right. What is a food that is very Russian? Actually, I never hear like Russian food. Like you think of French, you think of baguettes, you think Vietnamese, it's pho. And what is like a Russian food?
Well, the purely Slavic soup is borscht.
Oh yeah, I think you said that last time.
Yeah, borscht.
Borscht.
Borscht would be a Slavic soup.
How do you spell it again?
Let me spell it in English for you. It's like a red soup. It's like one of the most. It's very red. It's one of the most characteristic red soups I think in the world right now. Like you see borscht, you do not think of anything else but borscht. Look how red it is.
Oh, okay. Ooh, dude, that's straight up blood. What is that?
Yeah, it's red. It's beetroot.
Oh, it's beetroot. Wait, what? I thought beetroot is like purple.
No, it's reddish. It's beetroot. It uses like this beetroot combined with usually tomato paste, and that's why it creates such a rich red color when you do it correctly.
That looks good.
It's very delicious. Like it's
really?
one of the.
Is it sour?
It's one of the best. It's kind of like it's very savory with a note of spice usually to it. Like it's kind of like you can make it more spicy if you want. You can make it less spicy, but it's very it works really well. Like the combination of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you something in the chat. Can you Google that? Because it reminds me a lot of this. In Vietnam, we call it tiết canh, but for us, it's actual blood.
Oh.
It looks a lot like it, right? The color.
The color is similar. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I can see it.
So I totally thought it was like, oh, okay, Russian, it's got to be some hunting blood thing, but turns out it's beetroot. Oh, it's much more tame than I thought.
It's beetroot. Another thing that we do, I think, very Russian is pirashki.
Pirashki.
Pirashki. I'm gonna find you the pronunciation of it. It's baked food.
Baked food, in general.
No. Okay.
Right.
Well, there you go. There you go. They are very unique. In that you can probably find like variations of them. Is that they're Russian Slavic little mini pies kind of thing?
It's so cute.
Yeah, little mini pies. And
it's served
they
hot?
can be made. Huh?
Is it served hot?
It's served hot, yes.
Yeah, it looks so good.
They are baked fluffy. They can be stuffed with whatever you want. Effectively,
okay.
Anything you want.
Kind of like a curry bun, like Japanese curry bun, except it's not deep fried, right? This is baked. So it's
This is
healthier, I
baked,
would
yeah,
say.
yeah. It is baked. A lot of the fillings that I ate when I was like a little child, it was all of the veggies and stuff, like just naturally produced.
Yeah.
It's really fun to do these things because they're like super quick.
Yeah, and I reckon it's pretty healthy actually, right?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
Russian people
These
kind of thick? Like in general? Are
I
they...
wouldn't say so. I wouldn't
Okay.
say so. No, we eat a lot of vegetables.
Mm.
We eat a lot of very natural produce. That well, a lot of grandmas, and there's still people here living that maintain their own gardens with their own veggies, with their everything, like just naturally.
In the city or in the countryside, rather?
Well, they have like a different house in the countryside if they live in the city, or if they. But
Damn.
a lot of people live in the countryside, outside of the city. Like myself, I live outside of the city, big
Yeah.
city, and I live in a little small, like a
Cottage?
basic little village thing
Ooh,
with
so
cottages and stuff. Yeah.
And you have great
there's-
Wi-Fi for VTubing.
Yeah, I have a really good internet actually
Wow.
for surprisingly.
Interesting. So is the
Yeah.
what is it called? Like the income discrepancy in terms of like the richest people and the poorest people. Is there like a really big gap between, you know, in the population, or is it more equal?
Well, I would say there's a lot of people with middle with middle earnings, right? I can't really say about rich people because like they tend to be very secluded, right?
Yeah, true.
But there's a lot of upper middle.
Yeah.
Not without its poor people, but we don't really have like a lot of. I don't really see a lot of homeless people, for example. So that's something.
Right. Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Like it depends.
it depends. Because in
Yeah, it
Vietnam,
depends.
it's very different. I feel like the gap is pretty big. You wouldn't see homeless, like they wouldn't be on the streets because most likely like the cops would do something about it. But people,
of course.
you know, you would see people living in these places where it's called a home, but honestly, it's just enough for somebody to lay down. They can't even sit up, and it's just enough for one person to lie down. That's it. In the capital city, in like the literal richest place, there are those tiny, teeny little houses we called in the old quarters. So it's like, it's very clear to see the difference between people's income.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it would be a bit more noticeable here if it not for the fact that everything is so, well, relatively cheap.
Really?
I live close to the capital, right? And let me just give you an example
Yeah.
of rent. I rent an apartment in like.
You're about to dox yourself. Relax.
Nah, don't worry. It's not me. It's just like just a random price for like I got a site for like renting an apartment.
Yeah.
Like this the two room apartment, right?
Two
Just
room,
a
two
decent
bedroom.
sized, two bedroom, two room, like decent size
Okay.
apartment, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you in dollars because that's just
Yeah.
universal.
Sure.
Per month that would be 600.
$600 US. That's 900 Australian dollars per month.
Yeah, two room apartment
Wait, per
in
month?
capital.
Oh my
month.
god. That is crazy cheap.
Yeah, it's per month. Like
Yeah.
this is
okay, I'm
this
moving to
is,
Russia. Bye, guys. What the
you can
fuck?
legitimately get a good apartment, and I'm not saying like this small house, small hole in the wall. I'm like, let me give you an example, an image
That's crazy.
that I got. This is the image.
Okay, let me see.
This is how that apartment looks like.
That's beautiful. What? Dude, for that, here in Australia, in the city that I'm in, it would be 600 AUD per week. Per week. And so this one for you, it's like 900 AUD for a month. For us, it's 600 AUD per week. That's fucked. Oh
yeah,
my
and
god.
that's 2-room apartment. 1-room apartment. I'm just looking at 1-room apartment that is still pretty spacious.
Yeah, like a studio,
Fairly
yeah?
spacious. Like a studio, yeah. It's like, let me see, it's like 33 meters squared. Studio. 382.
Oh my god. What even is this? Wait, so why isn't everybody moving to Russia? What is stopping the entire world from coming to Russia? It's big, it's got enough space for all of us, food's great, everything's cheap. I don't get it.
People don't like us these days. For a lot of reasons. Well, it's just like, I don't know. The language is hard.
The language,
I
would say.
Yeah, the language is hard. A lot of the stuff that is, we're also like really intimidatingly big. You don't really know where to live, and it's kind of a commitment to come here, right? Because like it's but it's beautiful though. Like it's really beautiful.
I mean, my parents have always wanted me to go to Russia with them. Because, okay, historically, if you guys are from a background that's not really familiar with this, when Vietnam had this big war with the US of A, Russia was backing us a lot. And so after that period, the whole communism thing, and then after that period, my parents' era was the one where they have compulsory Russian language teaching in schools. So my parents would be able to speak Russian. And they would always, and then my dad went to work in Russia. And so everything like is really tied. Their entire era is tied with the Russian sort of political thing. But even I don't know anything about Russian culture, like the things that you just told me. The little spirit in the house and all that. I think that's more like a native thing that you know.
Yeah, a lot of things you don't really see talked about because, probably because it's just like, what's the random conversation that you can insert yourself into? Say, oh, by the way, we have little people in our house. They're called Domovoy. Here's a picture.
That's true. That's true.
It's not exactly something you like randomly insert in the conversation. I'm always glad to talk about like mythos and stuff because we are a big forest. We have a big forest. Everything about Russia is just forest.
Really?
It's just big
all
dark
about the
forest.
Stories, and then all that is like from forest things.
It's there's Leshi, there's Baba Yaga, there's a lot of these kind of like
that's something I heard of, right? Baba Yaga. Everybody knows that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think through the myths it shows like the values of the people and also their lived experiences through generations, obviously. So what's like I mean, everybody knows Baba Yaga. What's like an interesting myth in Russian culture that you would like other people to know, but not many people?
There's a bunch of them. I would say actually Leshi. I don't think Leshi is
Leshi.
that
How do you spell that?
Leshi. Leshi. Leshi.
Yeah.
Leshi. Yeah, Leshi. It's the master of the forest kind of thing. He was like one of the legends. The legends were born because of the people lived in the forest all the time. Like since the 9th century, since the 8th to 9th century, when it was like the Slavic tribes, they started telling stories of the wise old man in the forest that is like a trickster, and like he would guide those people lost in the forest. He would sometimes matchmake people to meet them in the forest. When you hear the rustling in the wind, that's him cutting a jig, apparently.
That's him what?
Cutting a jig. He's dancing.
Oh shit, that's so cute. Matchmaking.
Old men vibing.
Yeah,
old men vibing.
I wonder where that comes from. What is it? Was there actually a hermit dude that lived in the forest?
I think it came from people's desire to explain different phenomena in the forest that they never understood.
Oh yeah, they just blame it on one guy.
Yeah, and it's just like it's also slowly started to pass from one person to another, and then the stories started to form together until a coherent name was given. Even to this day, if you live close to the forest, which I do, I live very close to the forest, you hear stories about these kind of creatures and everything because like it's so mysterious and deep forest. So
people still genuinely believe in it. these days?
Yeah, people still genuinely
Oh
believe in these things.
shit.
It's yeah.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say it's not too far fetched, because well, obviously it's not your when it's not your culture, then you feel like what the fuck. But like in my culture as well, people fully believe in ghosts and in being able to call up the ghost of your parents to talk to them. Like they genuinely believe that is real,
yeah.
and there's like services
Yeah.
to do that. So
Hilariously enough, same.
really, in Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still mediums that are actively people actively choose to go to the mediums. It's still a topic of like conversation between people, and there's genuine shamans out there that live there and do kind of that kind of like witchcrafty thing.
Yeah, right.
Connecting to the spirits of the old and all that.
But I think as long as human spirit, like the human psyche, remains, then we would still need those stories to anchor our reality.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think what I find really cool about this is that it manages to kind of pay respect to the ancestral kind of thing. In the same way, kind of you go to those old places and you kind of like pay your respect to them, the energy of it all. We do have a lot of this is I know this is an Asian, it's like kind of like an Asian thing, but we also have a very big reverence towards the older generation, and we're kind of like the older. This is something I feel like that came from an Asian side of things.
Yeah, the Asian side
we
of
have
Russia.
respect our parents, respect our grandparents.
Yeah.
Older folk are the wise ones. We kind of listen. We need to listen to them. All that kind of stuff. That definitely is shared here.
Right. So in a sense, I feel like Russia's the best of both worlds then, because you guys have the best of the European side, and then you pick the best from the Asian side, and you just
kind of a bit yeah. We have a lot of it's hilarious because like if you think about it, we have similarly like very strict family system, right?
Really.
But then on the other hand, strict family system, mother, father, etc.
The nuclear family.
But the nuclear family. But on the other hand, there's so many sayings that a Russian woman would like go into the rush into a burning like house and then stop a horse running wild.
What the fuck? What does that mean? What?
Like there's an actual like saying that people say like that basically are a very strong woman, very strong woman. Yeah, it's
I
like,
mean, to be
stopping...
fair, it is like that is the image of, you know, like the strong grandma in Russia. I feel like just because the climate over there for you guys it's so difficult that the guy has to be really masculine and strong to do the hunting, but the woman also has to really, you know, strong and for their children.
That's not incorrect. No, yeah, that's not incorrect. Definitely. It's. I feel like a lot of these things came from exactly as you said. The fact that the tending of the work and like growing weed and growing seeds and stuff and like going to the it was just as equally hard as it was like to tend to the house and like go to the city and get some stuff and then people, and it's just like it was very hard, and it's not exactly a nuclear family in the sense that mother only looks after kids and dad works and stuff like that. It's more a bit more on equal footing, I would say. A bit more. Though consider it's like recently it's kind of weird because there's more women here than men.
Wait, what?
We have
Why?
more women. We have more women than men. Well, it kind of has to do with the fact that about 100 years ago, one in third guys died.
Wait, what? For the war?
1 in 4th, I think, young man. You know, World War II.
Yeah. Shit.
So it was basically 1 in 4 young men of that period
So
died
even until
in
now,
there.
it's the same. Like there's still a skewed ratio.
It's kind of like skewed ratio in that sense because yeah, like a lot of people who were born there, like it was either like more guys, but there was like a lot of the girls remained because they were working back at
Right.
home and trying to like maintain everything.
Yeah. They kept the
As
country
everyone as well.
alive.
They kept the country like, literally with production quality and everything.
Yeah.
And then everyone, a lot of guys who went there, like died. So it's just kind of like it remained kind of skewered since then.
Isn't that kind of like an advantage in dating though? Because like you're rare now. People have to like fight over you, bro.
In a way, yeah. I would say a lot of the recent things where it's just like everyone is just dresses to impress all the time.
Really? Wait, what? So the modern culture, you mean?
Yeah, that is kind of like a lot of people I noticed. Like you always need to like put on the best of the best like look of yourself.
Females or both gender?
Females mostly, but it's kind of like it's kind of like both. Both in sense of like, oh, I want to look cool, but also in the sense that it's genuinely also a part of the cultural things to like always dress to impress.
Oh, really? That's like a Russian culture kind of thing? Like you guys really care about outfits and stuff?
Yeah,
Really?
there is a lot of fashionable people who are out there for some reason. I don't really consider myself fashionable person, right? But I'm a very
That's a lie. I
home
mean,
state
look at that
person.
model.
True.
I thought,
But
dude,
I'm a home state.
this meme of like Russian people in the Adidas tracksuit. You know that meme? You don't?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. So
I
was
do.
like,
I exactly know.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, so Russians, people just like chillax in anything that's comfy. They don't really care about outfits and shit. Oh, okay. So that's a myth, I guess.
Like, okay, there was a period of time. There was definitely a big period of time where Adidas was like a plague. The whole movement of people in Adidas. But now I don't really see Adidas like at all.
Really? It's dead after the meme. Everyone wants to like distance themselves.
Meme,
I'm not the Adidas guy.
The meme died. The meme perished. Sorry, guys. No more Adidas. Only bears and vodka. No more Adidas.
That's so funny. Do you guys genuinely like vodka though? Can I just like be real? The taste of it.
Depends on people, but I don't like it myself.
I cannot put it down in my throat because it just feels like actual like rubbing alcohol.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't really work. First of all, it doesn't really work without the specific food here, like that specifically are basically existing to be eaten with like a shot of vodka.
Oh shit! Wait, what food is that? I need to know.
There's like a salty tuna sandwich we do with vodka that is like that basically softens the blow.
Wait, that
of
sounds
the vodka
really good.
considerably.
Can I know the name?
Yeah. Salty tuna sandwich. Let me see.
Sandwich with vodka? Who the fuck would have thought, right?
Yeah,
So
like
nice.
a salty tuna one, like a salty fish kind of thing.
Shit. Now I want to try. But I wonder if they have any of that in Melbourne, though. It's like the Russian culture here is not very poppin'.
It depends really. It's kind of like it's the specifically the sandwich. I would say sandwich the s'mored spreads. I think, yeah. S'mored. There's s'mored. We use s'mores.
S'mores?
These kind of things. Yeah, s'mores. These kind of fish. Fish. It's kind of like a very salty sandwich with dark bread specifically.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, specifically dark bread, not the white bread, dark bread, because it kind of what it does, it equalizes the taste, and it doesn't burn you as much because like the salt and everything, it kind of combines together, and it creates more of like a warming thing rather than you sit there and just kind of
yeah, suffer.
Yeah.
I see. See, these are the things you can only learn from a native. You can't fucking like go there and like Google because you don't even know where to start. So this is always good. I love
Yeah,
these.
so it's kind of like that's why a lot of the things that come to the other cultures, they come with these like, oh, Russians like vodka. Yes, we like vodka specifically with the very specific circumstances or with very specific like food to go along with it, because we don't just drink here, we just don't just sit here. They're like, hey
Drinking
Boris,
like water.
would you like a glass of vodka?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen. Like it's like shots. It's like small shot glasses. It's usually very cold specifically.
Oh, it's served
and
cold.
there's it's served cold, and it's
Okay.
usually made it's like given with a whole table worth of like really various like snacks to go along with it, because drinking without snacks is
That's
just
what I fucking
stupid.
did. Oh my god, I had the worst hangover of my life because I bought this, it's called vanilla vodka, as if the vanilla part's about to like help it. And then because I first turned legal, right? And I was like, "Yo, let's get it on. Finally, let's try it." And then I took, I think, about 2-3 shots without any eating, because I didn't know you have to eat. And then I passed the fuck out in my bed. Thank God I was at home. And just woke up with the worst headache ever. And so now I know I have to eat some dark bread.
yeah. Dark bread, something salty. Actually, it works super well to equalize, like super well.
Okay.
Salty stuff. Be it fish or like some other stuff. Honestly, I feel like if I get let me find it. Is there like a specific drink I can recommend you in terms of like alcoholic Russian?
To be fair, I don't drink alcohol as much, but I would love to know like a recipe, like a Russian recipe that I could make at home or something. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I can give you a really good sweet alcoholic drink.
Shit. But Kraken in my chat said drink vodka mostly to warm their body. So is that maybe a reason why alcohol is a thing?
Partially.
in Russia?
Partially. Yeah, that's definitely partially truth. There is a city, the coldest city in the world, actually. Well, it was at least at some point. It's called Yakutsk. Yakutsk, yes. It's coldest city in the world. Yakutsk. It goes sometimes to minus 64 degrees Celsius.
Oh my god! Wait, people live there?
Yeah, in Yakutsk. For Americans in chat, that's minus 83 Fahrenheit.
What? Wait, what do they wear? I guess they just don't go outside during those days.
Kind of go outside, yeah. It's like people
What?
live. Yeah, people live. It's just like.
I want to see what they look like. Like, how pale is their skin?
Yeah, there's definitely definitely places where it's like this is the also this picture perfectly illustrates how people look like.
Oh, the lashes is frozen over.
Yeah, everything is frozen over.
Oh my god. Dude, imagine how much it hurts your skin when it's that dry. Like, how much moisturizer you gotta use.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a thing you have to like get used to.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess, when you grow up with something and your entire life is that thing, it doesn't really feel weird to you, right?
Yeah. The thing is, we are a very cold resistant nation by nature, because you say like, oh, it must be so cold, and then I go every winter and I dive into water that is ice water.
Oh my!
It's a tradition.
Wait, what?
I swim in ice water every winter.
Tradition?
It's a tradition. It's a tradition, yeah.
So is that
we
like
go
a New Year
on New
thing, or?
Year's. New Year's we go like the ice bathing is generally like ice fishing and ice bathing is a tradition. It's partially because of the religious. It has religious roots, but
what is
a
it?
lot of people go. orthodoxy, or we have the Orthodox baptism thing. It kind of grew into its own tradition where you go and you kind of cleanse yourself from really cold water and just
Okay.
kind of dive into it, and you like submerge yourself, and like you can legitimately find a picture of a Russian standing in trunks on snow.
The
On
cold
swimming
doesn't
trunks.
bother me anyway.
The cold doesn't bother me anyway. Exactly. That's kind of I'm just vibing. Hi guys. Hello.
I think that actually makes sense because when you know, like just talking scientifically, when you know, dive into cold water, it sort of resets your nervous system. And when you come back, it's sort of like you just died and then come back super refreshed, super new. So that makes both spiritual sense and scientific sense. That's really cool.
Yep. And it's basically the extreme diving like that helps you maintain really healthy because
Yeah,
it resets your immune system a lot. And you can effectively live through a lot of the cold in extreme temperatures because your body gets used to the extreme temperatures.
Yeah.
And so, for example, I am a casual person. I casually go outside. It's minus 20 Celsius. I don't put on my coat.
That's crazy. You know, it's like,
I don't.
dude, it hits 14 degrees here, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so cold. Let me just bring my jacket over. And I'm already freezing. It's like minus 20, and you don't bring a coat. What the fuck?
No, I just go there. We're like, hi guys, I'm here. I'm just gonna go drop my trash into like the bin and go back home.
And I mean, nobody around you wear a coat as well, right? Because they're also used to it.
Not really. Yeah, they're also used to it. It's kind of like we have like a avalanche of snow, and here comes me coming in, going to drop my trash into the bin in my t-shirt.
That's actually funny. You guys are like wasn't there like that really popular meme about a guy in a super scary survival fighting game? And he had no armor on except for his fucking underwear or some shit. It's like Russian people in minus 20 degrees.
Yeah, Russian people minus 20 degrees, exactly.
Kraken saying, bro, built different. Yeah, legit.
Bro, built different, yeah.
Wow. So what about the opposite? So let's say you go to Thailand or you go to Africa or something where it's extremely hot. Do you guys melt? Or are you okay with that as well?
Specifically me, I melt.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, a lot of the people, I know a lot of people who are like really enjoy just like vibing in the sun. Like we really like our sun sessions as well. Like again, country so big, we have both like Sochi. It's a city. It's a tropical city, effectively with the sea.
Oh my god. That's so nice.
That
You
is
just
like
have all
warm.
the maps.
That is warm. Yeah. Basically, we have all the regions. We have the tundra. We have the ocean from like two sides. We have seas. We have like forests. The only thing I don't think we have is desert.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, that would be insane if you guys also have fucking Arabian desert.
No, we don't know that. But yeah, every biome that is possibly, because like the thing is if you stack two Americas on top of each other, that's Russia. We have so much space.
Yeah, right. So essentially, you don't have to go like travel outside your country. You can just be like, yo, want to experience another terrain and climate completely? Let's just go to this neighboring city.
Effectively, like you can go to resorts on Krim. You can go on resorts on Sochi, and then you go back to your home, and you fly for like 3 hours to get there and back. And
that is crazy.
Continue living.
My entire country, you can fly from the top of the country to the end of the country in just a little over 2 hours.
Let me actually
Let
me actually say how long is the flight?
Meanwhile, Kamen in my chat is saying, my little bro will shrink into non-existence if temperature ever went down lower than 0 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I mean, that's a dude's suffering, right?
Yeah, there's to travel from Moscow to Vladivostok. which are like the opposite parts. Like it's not like exactly to super east west, right? There's some more western in the city, but it already takes more than 8 hours
More than 8
of
hours.
flight.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. We have actually the funniest shit I think about Russia is that how many time zones? There is actively 11 time zones in Russia.
Oh my god.
There is actively 11 times. So you there at any point in time, there is any point in time in Russia.
It's high noon somewhere in Russia.
It's high noon somewhere in Russia. Exactly.
Damn, that's crazy.
I had a legitimate time difference with a friend I had in like Vladivostok, right, a while back, and it's just like, oh, how long is time? It's like I'm now 9 hours away from you.
9 hours? Wait, that fucking different? Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's ranging from UTC +2 to UTC +12.
It's like a joke. It's like comedy. Can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's like if you go one side of Russia, it's UTC +2. The other side of Russia, it's UTC +12.
Damn. You have more distance in terms of time difference than I do, like in Australia versus Vietnam. Like completely different countries, completely different parts of the earth. That's fucked.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Kraken says, "Bro got jet lag in his own country."
Yeah, I can legitimately get jet lag if I travel from one side of my own country to another side of my own country.
That's fucking funny. Wait, so okay, let's say in Russia, because it's so big, right? And there's so many cultures within Russia as well. I would imagine Russian people to not be really xenophobic because they're so used to differences.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. People still approach. Like obviously we don't have a lot of this stuff. Like if you see like a black person, for example, right? We don't really see a lot of those here.
No.
I don't know why exactly. Maybe because they don't really. It's too cold. Yeah, it's probably too cold. But then I see there was a big university in Moscow that basically called the University of like French country friendship or something like that.
Okay.
It's like one of those people that one of the universities has basically got its fame from accepting transfer students all over the world. There's like so many people. There's Japanese people, Middle Eastern people, like Americans, Europeans, all over the place. It's probably the most culturally diverse place I've seen in Russia.
Ooh, just that one university.
Because of so many people that are like going there, and partially because of that, and partially because we are so curious as a nation. Ever since like the USSR became no longer a thing, and we kind of opened the borders, because we're kind of curious.
Yeah.
So sure, there's the usual thing. You probably can imagine of like older people grumbling, "Oh, no immigrants," blah, 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 blah. Usually, but it's not really motivated by race as per se. It's more like just like, "Oh, immigrants."
Right. Just anybody outside. It's not really race.
Yeah, the outsider kind of thing.
Right.
There's just like you have to make sure you integrate yourself. As soon as you integrate yourself, you become not much of an outsider, as much as just like one of people, right? So that's why it's not really kind of it's this kind of mentality that if you live in Russia, if you work in Russia, if you kind of have a family or not, or plan to have a family, or like have your roots here, you are Russian.
You're accepted
like
into the community.
Yeah, you are Russian. You are effectively just Russian. Like there's no such thing like as, oh, I am this part of Russia Russian. I'm this ethnicity Russian. Like it's just like you are Russian. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about anything else.
Right.
Russian.
But you have to be able to accept people like that in order to maintain such a big country. It's like otherwise, Someone's saying, same in Vietnam, we're just curious about people. That's very true. Like, if you're white or black, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're from the outside coming into Vietnam, you'd always get, like, this kind of I wouldn't say better, but just very friendly treatment where people are like, oh, okay, we expect you to know nothing. Let us help you with everything. And they don't judge, or at least good people, right? Because there's bad people in every country. Let's be real.
Obviously.
So, based. Someone's asking, Russian bro can do push-up without both of their arms. Is this true? What the fuck?
I don't. I can't say I have levitation abilities yet. Sorry.
Yet being the
Yet.
being the keyword.
No, yet. I don't have the. Yeah, no, don't have the. We do have a weird thing that sometimes I feel like that created the amount of viral videos on the internet.
Yeah, what is
and I
it?
can confirm. We become weirdly indestructible while drunk.
Well, what?
While drunk.
Oh, that's like your special ability.
Yeah, I don't really know why, but I remember watching my friend yeet from like the second floor, land, and just walk it off. He went to the store, and he jumped outside the window, or dropped, rolled, and walked. I don't know why. I don't know how that happens.
It's the cold baths, man. Jesus
I genuinely do not
Christ.
know how that happens, but it's just like sometimes those ridiculous stories are just like, oh, there was a car crash, someone was drunk inside. Somehow they got a little hurty head and survived. Hurty head, and then you look at and then they pan to the car. The car is like a pancake. But they got slightly bleeding head, and that's it.
That's so fucking funny, actually. That's crazy. Pickle Rick saying cold baths had him used to being cool. Yeah. Interesting, very interesting. I guess it's a very obviously it's genetics. You know, over time you develop stronger genetics being in such extreme climates, and then it's way of life, and then traditions and all that makes people.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff that we do partake in, I think, did affect our culture and nation in a lot of ways. I mean, really, we are. If you look into the history, we are basically the masters of guerrilla warfare.
Oh, really?
Especially in our own country, because there's been so many attempts to invade us
True.
in the past.
I mean,
There's
if you
Napoleon,
get to the ice part or the forest part, and you're fucked. Because obviously Russians will know their jungles better than you do. It's like, what the fuck are you doing trying to get in here?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of this sort of camaraderie, I think, that is inherently built into our culture, because we're like we like to be generous. Usually we like to be kind of like friendly to other people. It's like a culture thing where if someone like even me, I live here, right, and I don't really consider myself friends per se with a lot of my neighbors. But if my neighbor, for example, goes to me and says, okay, so I'm gonna go away, right, I need to go on a work trip, please can you like look after my cat, here's my here's the keys to my apartment.
That is crazy. So you would have that level of trust with people.
Yeah, I know I won't steal anything. They know I won't steal anything. That I will just go there, feed the cat, and fuck off.
That is rare. See, Vietnamese people would never. Yo, we would have fucking 3 doors just to keep people outside our place.
Yeah, my door is currently like legitimately open. I don't close it on on the lock. It's just open because I know nothing will happen.
Is the government good to their people then? I'm not talking like in a political way, but in terms of like supporting people in need. That's why they're not really desperate in terms of financial or.
I would say it's kind of like in parts not exactly the government thing. Is that Russians are just really fucking crafty.
Crafty? What do you mean by that?
Really? Okay, so I, as a person, has no formal training in anything.
Okay.
I can fix my car. I can fix my furniture. I know exactly what to take with a lot of sicknesses. I know every single discounted shop in 20-mile radius. I know I know how
Very
to
resourceful.
I know how to save my car if it's like stops in the middle of something. I know how to get additional like gasoline, like ask for a person to like draw some gasoline if I like don't run out of gasoline. It's ingrained into us to be really really resourceful and crafty, and we can basically warm our way out of any situation.
Right.
Especially considering like I was born in the times where you could have looked at the calendar and say today is 1991, our country is fucked. 1992, today is 1993, our country got fucked again. Today is 1995, our country got fucked once more.
Right. So you're kind of used to that apocalyptic, state. So you're always ready for anything.
It's kind of like most of my lifetime some bullshit happened to Russia. Like genuinely across my entire lifetime, something happened in Russia that was bullshit in some capacity.
That is crazy.
So we are still climbing out of that hole that 90s put us in, financially speaking. It's been better though. Literally, it's been better in a lot of ways. There's stocked the shelves are stocked. The mafia is no longer controlling the streets.
Ooh, wait, the mafia used to be a big thing in Russia?
Yeah. We have Russian bratva. There was shootings and shit in the 90s. There was literally dangerous, very dangerous. Even like in the capital, it was really dangerous.
Shit.
Because everything was falling apart. As you can imagine, when a union as big as USSR decides to explode, it's not going to be quiet.
Yeah.
It's not going to be quiet at all. There's a lot of corruption.
Wait,
a lot of corruption.
I just want to see what they look like. Oh shit, bro's rocking
as you
with
imagine, the tats. The
are they
there
all
was a
bald?
lot of. I don't know. They're allergic to hair.
Interesting. Oh, they all look very beefy.
Yeah, it was a lot of the there was genuinely a lot of the stuff that is currently formed how people are approaching these things. I remember COVID, for example, when COVID started, it was like the whole of the world was panicking.
Yeah.
and us is just like, okay, I guess we just sit home for a bit.
It's just another year, another crisis. What's new?
It's not like we already don't have like half the shelf of everything left for the winter. Like it's basically like there's already like 30% doom preppers. Like being a Russian is being a 30% doom prepper at all times.
Damn. See, that's something I didn't know. Shit.
Yeah, like genuinely, if you go into any Russian's room, home, you will find all the instruments you need to fix anything. You will find food and various food items. You'll find literally every single medication for every possible way that can be solved without a hospital.
I love that culture, dude. I have like secretly some anxiety about survivability. Like if I go to sleep, before going to sleep, I would think about all the ways that a burglar might come into my house. What tools do I need? Where's the escape route? And then I also have like this medication box. Okay, I like Russia. This is great. It's going very well so far.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like you would fit just fine here, like genuine. Like this is not me like promoting like go to Russia.
Get your visa.
It's like
yeah,
get your visas. It's more like you would fit just fine because like there is a lot of these little guarded communities here. Like genuinely, like I'm a little villages. Like you just vibe, right? So it's not too. You can sleep well. There's nothing happening here. Like it's just like whatever. Yeah. The big cities obviously are a different thing, right? It's a completely different thing. But we're not speaking about big cities. We're speaking about like more outside of stuff, like where I live and where I would like recommend anyone to live.
Yeah. Honestly, I totally agree with you on that because when I studied abroad in Australia, I used to live in the city, like the very big city, and I hated it the entire time. I don't know why. At the time, I never realized that living in the city is depriving you of so much. Like, you don't really know people around you. You don't really walk around. You stay in your room, or you go to some super busy place where you basically become invisible. Versus now when I'm living more in like a suburb place, it's so peaceful. Everybody's very warm, cute. You have those like nice ladies selling stuff. It's like, it's more human to live in outside of the city, anywhere, like any country.
Yeah, it's effectively the same thing here.
Yeah.
In
Hello.
Moscow, like the big city I live close to, I live close to the capital. I'm not making this like a, don't worry about it. And it's kind of like you go there and there lives. It's one of the biggest city in Europe, I think. Moscow.
Like size-wise?
Population. Population relatively is 12 million.
That's more than my entire country.
There's 12 million just people going
12.
around in Moscow.
Oh yeah, that's my bad.
12.
My country has like 90 or something. Wait, am I fucking dumb? Yeah, 90 something,
no.
but it's more than our city, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really big.
more than my city.
Like it's huge. Huge population, and it's just like imagine all these people living in the same city and kind of like going around their business, and it's so blindingly just so many people. But then you look in like smaller settlements and cities outside, and kind of like recognize people. So a person stops their car, seeing you walk with like groceries, and go like, "You wanna ride? I'm going back home."
That's so cute. See, that's so
That
funny.
just happens.
Because we would think the opposite. We would like assume that, okay, more people, you would feel more, surrounded. But no, it turns out too many people and you just feel like you don't matter at all.
Yeah, too many people, you feel you could drown. Yeah, you drown. You're like drowning. So that's why I always preferred living in quieter places and like more rural spaces. It definitely allows me to understand people more around me, even if I'm not like the most outwardly social or like going outside. I tend to take walks here. Like it's such a beautiful place here. You can just walk. There's clear skies. There's no light pollution whatsoever. Clear skies.
No pollution. That's a big major one.
Very very big, very clear air. You just go. There's forest. There's like
you
animals
guys go
kind
into
of
forest?
Distance. Yeah, we go collect mushrooms and stuff.
Oh, that's so cute. Look at that, guys. Dream life, honestly.
Yeah.
Kraken's asking something though.
Huh?
They're asking.
What?
My friend said visit Russia, but avoid at spring because the snow melts and it becomes muddy everywhere. Is that true?
Yes. The thing is, we have so much snow. We have a lot of snow, especially recent winters. There's been lots of snow.
Yeah.
It's still snowy outside. Like it's still very snowy. It's still snowy. So when that snow melts, it becomes sludge.
Shit.
Yeah, it becomes sludge. Well, obviously, it slowly dissipates, and at the end of till the end of the till the end of until summer. Basically, summer is good. This is good. Like in some places, it's not even happening like that. If you go to like Sochi, right, it's kind of like always warm.
Damn.
Somewhat, because it's a tropical city effectively. It's on the sea. It's like closer to the equator. It's always kind of like sunny. It's always somewhat warm. It's like gets warm really quick, and you go to swim in the sea. Like snow is not a problem there. On the other hand, if you go to a really northern region, it's not like you're not gonna see snow. It's not like you're not gonna see snow there.
You're gonna see nothing but snow.
Yeah, I remember a Russian comedian basically during a stand-up was like, where it's like how to live in Siberia. It's just like you walk outside, you breathe in the summer air, you spit on the ground, summer ended.
Oh my god! Yeah, I heard they only have like a few days of sun in the whole year.
It's just like the Siberia, like North Top, where like you walk outside, the summer finally arrived. You like rub your hands, you spit on the ground. Summer's over. Let's go back home.
Oh my god. So do people go to the, well, obviously you said you guys submerge yourself in cold water. So you would technically go to the beach during winter and just like chill in ice water, right?
Well, there is specific periods of time we do that, but yeah, there is a situation where it's like, where are you going? I'm gonna ice bathing. Going ice bathing.
Has anybody died from ice bathing?
I haven't heard about that. No.
Oh, interesting.
I'm pretty sure there has been some casualties of prolonged diving under the waters, but I don't think I've heard of any.
Too few to count. See, I cannot imagine doing that because every time I take a shower, it's always got to be like boiling hot. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh my god, it's so cool. So I can't imagine using actual ice water.
You know what? If you ever come here, I will make sure to eat you.
No, please, no. And then I come up like 6 packs, like
just
a new
immediately
human
transformed, and it's just like this Sigma music playing. You're just like,
give me the vodka. Where is it?
yeah. It's like it's actually secretly the spring of Russianisms.
The rite of like passage ritual. But is it hard to? Yeah.
No.
You go first. You go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna mention the holiday, so go first.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, like, is it hard to get citizenship in Russia?
Depends. I would say for a lot of the Eastern, like for the Western, because of the political thing, obviously, right? It's kind of harder-ish to do, right?
Yeah.
You still can do it, but it's harder-ish. But for example, there is a whole program of people coming in right now and getting like cash money for starting family.
Guys, this is good. Let's go.
Yeah, like if you want to travel, like if you want to live, you have someone to refer to like live here, you could potentially do that. And if you start a family while doing so, that's kind of like a big bonus of cash, because we kind of want
more
people
babies.
kind of like more babies, yeah.
Especially if you're male, guys. Pack your bags, go to Russia. They're in short of male people.
Yeah. Speaking of, if you go to Russia at the end of winter, there's a specific period of time. I would recommend going to Russia in that period of time because it's a long holiday.
Ooh.
Well, not. It's called Maslenitsa.
Okay.
It's a whole week that starts at 11th of March, and this whole week is where we kind of like say goodbye to the spirit of the winter and say hello to the spirit of spring.
That's so cute. Okay.
And every day of the week, you need to bake a lot of Russian pancakes, blinchiki. You need to bake and eat every day. You share with others. You need to like eat a lot of those really good baked blinchiki. And you kind of sit down with your family. And you wish a plentiful harvest for the spring, and like at this kind of like festival. And by the end of the festival of the Maslenitsa, the final 7th day, a big wool kind of representation of the spirit of the winter. It's kind of like a figure is burnt, right?
Ooh.
Like to start so it's basically marks the beginning of the of spring, and this is like kind of like a harvest festival effectively, but like a preemptive harvest festival.
Oh, but that's not the New Year festival? New Year's different?
No. New Year's different.
Oh,
we have
shit. Okay.
Yeah. New Year's festival, we don't have Christmas. We don't celebrate Christmas. Christmas is kind of rolled into New Year's. We have the Dedushka Moroz, which is kind of Christmas, Father Christmas, but like Dedushka Moroz is like for the New Year's. And we celebrate it, obviously. We celebrate Christmas after New Year's, actually. Yeah. We have a religious orthodoxy celebration of Christmas that happens after.
And you guys are here saying everything's upside down in Australia. Look at Russia. Look at what they're doing. So when is your, like, what are the months or what are the dates specifically? New Year is 1st of January still?
New Year, 31st of January.
Wait, 31st?
31st of December. Sorry.
December, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, December. And Rождество. Okay. Yep. We celebrate it on January 7th, actually.
What? The New Year's or the Christmas thing?
The Christmas thing.
Okay. Ah. Interesting. But the meaning is still the same? Is it still like the birth of Christ or?
Yeah, the birth of Christ. It's the Orthodoxy birth of Christ officially date. That
Okay.
unlike Christmas in Western countries, it's still retained its religious nature in Russia.
Oh.
So people go to churches to like get their stuff done there. We have also a specific baked good we use for this.
Yeah. Damn, it's a lot of eating. I love this already.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of really good food. That's one of the things I have to say. Our baked goods are legendary.
Ooh. See, now I have to go to Russia, guys. I have to try those pastries.
Yeah, like this is the pastry.
Let me see.
This is the pastry that is used for on Christmas. There's eggs, usually eggs, and this.
That looks so good.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
so
delicious.
Fun. Wait, what flavor is that?
It's a fluffy, delicious. It's a fluffy, delicious, sweet-ish. It's not like super sweet.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it cinnamon? What flavor is that?
Let me see. Actually, it's kind of like a. There's various out there. Like usually, there's like a cottage cheese one. Actually, we actually use cottage cheese a lot because of the fermented and preserved nature. We use a lot of the cottage cheese. We use a lot of the sour creams. We use a lot of those kind of things because of the nature of the food. For example, this is one of those with the usage of cottage cheese as well.
Yeah.
This is also the same thing.
Ooh, look at that shit! Oh my god, I'm drooling. Oh, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you guys.
Yeah, so the ingredients that consist of this is this.
I feel like that thing has like presentation sort of idea as well, as in like, you know, meaning behind it, right? To the top, going to the top, and then there's
yeah, it's kind of like a. Also, I showed you the ingredient list, so you can imagine how it looks like, how it tastes like this one.
It's like a symbolic thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There is actually another pastry we use from cottage cheese. It's a breakfast thing, which is actually a savory breakfast thing. Every time I make some of these to someone of my friends when they come to visit in Russia, they adore it. Like they just want more of it.
I don't even know if there. You know what? I've never searched for Russian cuisine places in Melbourne. It has never even
Look at this.
Oh.
It's called sirniki.
Wait, why is it so tiny and like bite size? That's so good. Is it cheese?
Yeah, it's cottage cheese. They're specifically made from cottage cheese.
Oh. Dude, that you can easily eat 10 of those. It's like size.
You can easily. They're very small.
Yeah.
And they're very chewy almost kind of thing. and you can add jam to it, you can add sour cream to it, you can add like various things to it, and they are not this is not like pancakes where you like eat some of it and you go, yeah, I can't eat anymore,
Yeah,
it's too
I
sweet,
fucking hate normal
too
pancake.
sweet, too sweet, I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah.
This is not it at all. When you eat those things, they're savory, they are very like the consistency is very like thick,
Yeah.
and leave a very, very pleasant aftertaste in your mouth when you eat them.
I love
And
that
they
combination.
go really,
Savory and
yeah,
sweet.
and they go really well with sweet coffee or sweet like stuff like that. They go really well with that stuff.
Oh my god. Okay, I
I
have
will
to
link you
try.
the recipe for this. I will link you the recipe for this
Oh
later.
yeah, we can just make this at home, right?
Yeah, you can make this at home easily. Like it's 5 minutes, literally. You make a
Shit.
consistent. You make the thing. You slap them down on the pan. You fry them for like a few minutes. Turf flip, few minutes, done.
Damn.
It's a breakfast menu item, so you can make it easily when you wake up. If you prepare it in advance to like for like mixture ingredients, right? You can just basically wake up to take the mixture from like the fridge, place it on the thing, and just like slap, done.
Slap, slap, slap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely I think a lot of people really underestimate how quickly you can make the food items from Russia and how versatile they can be in terms of like what they are. That's that's a lot of the underestimating factor.
I kind
think.
of feel so angry that Russian cuisine and Russian culture is not more mainstream. Like, this is so cool. I wish I knew more about this sooner. But I guess it's the whole Western thing, right? They try to like not spread Russian.
Yeah. I think a lot of the Russian people underestimation and generally came from a century-old conflict between the big power that was the West in America, and it was the USSR, and we kind of like butted heads all the time.
Yeah. Wait,
And
the
you can
one
still-
that you sent me, the thing that looks like a pyramid, it has this symbols on it, and I feel like every time I Google that thing, it has the same symbols. What does that mean? The XR thing or something?
XR. It's a Христос. Это Христос воскресе. It's the Russia is the Christmas saying. It's basically abbreviating a Christmas saying. I think. Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. See that, guys? That is so cool.
Another funny tradition for Christmas is that you have like eggs, right? And you paint eggs for it. It's like basically like Easter too. It's like Easter rolled into it a little bit.
Yeah.
In that way, you paint eggs, and when you like sit down with a person, right? You need to like try to like fight with 2 eggs, and whoever's like it's a fun little tradition.
Egg fight.
And whose egg cracks first, you're the loser.
Oh no! It ruins your entire New Year. You're the egg failure.
Yeah, absolutely. You're the egg failure. No, it doesn't really have any ramifications. It's just for fun.
Just fun.
That, and also exactly 3 smooches on cheeks.
For everyone, or only during like New Year and Christmas?
Christmas you need to like happy Christmas, like Христос воскресе, воистину воскресе. That's what you usually say, and you like smooch each other and like cheeks 3 times.
What if how do you decide like which way to go first?
Smooch?
Yeah. What if you like accidentally smooch the wrong side and then you end up in an awkward situation with your bro?
There is no right side. Don't worry, no right side. Just like smooch how you feel like smooching.
Ah, interesting.
yeah. There's no right side. Don't worry, it's fine. It would be awkward if there would be like smooch exactly left cheek, then right cheek, then left cheek. It's not a Nintendo code.
Because I thought with the cultures, obviously Vietnamese culture, we don't have the smoochy thing. You approach anybody and then you have pucker over your lips, they're gonna punch you in the face. But it's like with Western or Russian culture, with the smooches, I always thought there's a code, as in you always go right or you always go left. Otherwise, both people go into the same direction, and then it's like, you know.
No. There's no. It's like understandable where like someone leans one way, you lean to the other way. It's understandable.
Yeah. Okay. Instinctive.
Yeah, it's kind of like you gotta like you need to vibe the room. You need to read the room here. Yeah.
Right. Is there anything?
We're not like.
Yeah. Sorry.
What?
We always speak at the same time. Is there anything that
sorry,
you don't like about Russian culture?
I think myself, I kind of, I kind of don't like the initial buffer of people being a little, you know, like little like. We just kind of like keep to ourselves, and it's like it's kind of hard to make Russian friends.
Wait,
yeah.
between Russians? It's hard to make friends. Oh.
Yeah, we'll all keep to ourselves all the time, right? We're just like it's kind of like it depends on people. Some people are more outgoing, obviously. Like it's not like everyone is like born from the same like clone factory, like that has a tag attached.
Of course.
Cannot approach people. But yeah, it's a bit harder to make friends here. But like on one hand, when you do make friends, it's like for a long time.
Yeah,
like, you're gonna talk to this person for years, probably. Yeah. On the other hand, a lot of people don't really have friends. So that's why I'm also compensating with VTubing here. So like I'm talking to so many people all over the world. Yeah. But on the other hand, I miss the strength of friendship that is born from Russian friendship. And I don't think they also understand how strong my friendship is. Like I will be there forever, probably.
That's so like, nice.
Like if someone were to come to Russia and say, I'm gonna go to Russia, what I will say immediately, you would expect like other responses for like, oh, I will show you around. No. Yeah. Do you have anywhere to stay? Do you have anywhere to stay? I can lend you your room for a while. No need to pay me. No. Just until you find a place to live, you can vibe
and
here.
Eat my pancakes.
Until you find a place to live, you can vibe here if you want to. I can show you around the city. I can like show you where to buy stuff. I can explain how this works. Right. You don't need to like to learn English language. I will always like I'm gonna do that. This is just how I am as a friend. Like if I were to befriend someone, I would never leave you in peril.
That's so cool.
Someone would call me at 3 a.m. and say I'm in trouble. I need help. I will go.
That's good.
Like that. See,
but I don't know if that's like a Russian culture thing or it's just you. So we don't. Really...
It's a Russian culture thing largely. Like. I remember joking around with my friends. They're just like, if I were to call you at like 5 a.m. and say I have a body here, what would you do? And like, I like thought about it for a second. It's like I'm and say, okay, wait there. I'm gonna grab a shovel. Don't go anywhere.
On my way, with a weapon in hand.
On my way, with a shovel. With a shovel, yeah. Don't tell anyone. We're gonna hide the body.
Dave is asking something though. He's asking.
Yeah.
Ask him if he can do the squat. Is there a special squat that I don't know about?
What squat?
Squat as in like squat down, like SQUAT.
Well, yeah.
Is that like the Asian squat basically?
Yeah, effectively.
You can do that? I actually can't do that. Despite being Asian. Thank you so much, Dave, for the $5. Thank you.
It won't show on the model if I do it.
You could be squatting this entire time. We don't know.
Yeah, I could have been perched on my like chair like that this entire time, and you never know. Like a vulture in a Slav squat.
Shit. Oh, Slav squat. That's what that's called. Okay. Oh, Slav the squat. Slav dance. Oh yeah, I know that dance. It looks so like physically exhausting. How do you even do that?
Training and gravity.
You can do that? You can do that dance?
I can't. There's training. There's certain training that involved, but it's a lot of the principle of how it works is gravity. you like push yourself up, right, and then you throw one leg forward, and then you let yourself like let yourself go down, and it's kind of like the energy of it kind of carries you more than your actual physical strength. Because like obviously if you were to obviously if you were to go purely on like physical prowess, it would be super exhausting. But people who do this kind of dance, it's similar to break dancing in a lot of ways. Like in break dancing, you also let the momentum carry you around as you like go around, spin. It's more the momentum. You don't actually actively spinning yourself around all the time.
right. You leave yourself to
same
physics.
thing here. Yeah, same leaving to physics.
Okay, so we talked about friendship in Russia. A big part of culture is also household or like family, right? So in Vietnam, when we have a marriage, it's this whole big deal when there's different types of days, different types of rituals, different types of offerings, all of that shit just to get married. Is it the same in Russia?
Actually, yes.
Oh shit, let's go. Okay.
Yeah, when you get married, it's a really big event. It's a really big celebration. It's a really big thing. Then you gather all your extended family. You go to to church for stuff. Then you go for celebration otherwise. Then you go to register the marriage. And then you go like there's specific celebratory things that you need to do. There's a whole banquet. People attend, and it's just like it's a community event almost, kind of like a thing where someone getting married. A lot of people get invited, friends of friends, relatives, all that stuff, and you party and you have fun with it and like that.
I see.
It's very similar, I would say, in terms of like being an event. It reinforces the family thing.
Yeah, is there like a fun or like a weird thing about Russian either courtship, dating, or marriage over there?
Weird thing. What would you mean weird?
I don't know, like a special way of doing it, I guess. I'm trying to think of the same Vietnamese thing as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like you ask that, and then you like try to think about what kind of weird. It's like, my problem is like what you would consider weird is most likely
normal.
what I would not consider weird.
Yeah.
It's same thing to you. You try to think of what you find weird, and then you're like, oh, but like everything is okay, bro. In my thing, like, how do we find it if it's weird? If we consider it normal?
That's true.
It's a weird conundrum, isn't it? It's a weird conundrum.
Oh yeah. So someone's saying in the chat, in traditional way first and then celebrate in the modern way. That's the same in Vietnam as well. And you have different dresses. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to ask as well, but about the traditional fashion. Because in Vietnam we have áo dài, which is a traditional dress. But what about Russia? Do you guys have traditional clothes?
Well, we have wedding dresses, the usual thing. People like the big white puffy dresses people wear. But actually, let me check. There might be something traditional Russian, purely Russian traditional. There's a fair bit of Russian clothing in general.
But you don't have to wear it during your lifetime, like modern people, or is there a ritual or a celebration in which you have to wear it or you should wear it?
Depends. There's different celebrations and different ways to like. I guess the churchgoers tend to approach it with a certain dress conduct.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, actually, utilize a lot of reds.
I was gonna say I see so much like red color.
Yeah, like this is the traditional, more like these kind of like colorful, cute little national, this kind of thing. These kind of like, you see the picture?
Wait, let me see.
this kind of like bright and colorful.
Yeah, right. They look like those dolls.
Yeah, that's why do you think this was modeled from?
That's right. The dolls are modeled from this. Wow.
Yeah, Matryoshka dolls were modeled after like the traditional Russian woman, basically.
Wait,
That's
so
how
the guys tend to wear more colder colors, and the girls is red? Or maybe it's
I
just
would say
this
so.
one?
Yeah, a lot of the warmer colors are tend to like the all the ornaments and everything. Male traditional clothing is more simple, I would say. Female traditional clothing is more ornamental and all the fun stuff. It's there. It's kind of like there, like that.
It makes sense, because if you go outside and do hunting all day, your clothes are gonna get fucked in such a short amount of time. So like, why even make it?
Why bother making it like fancy?
Yeah.
There's no real reason. No real reason to. There's absolutely no real reason to do it. But yeah. What would you say like how people like wear traditional like in Vietnam?
In Vietnam?
Yeah.
I'll give you the thing here. So you can just Google this, and that
Okay.
it has both the female version and the male version. But for us, usually the girls wear this a lot, even in modern times, especially during New Year's or in high school. In any special event in high school, girls have to wear this, but the pure white version. And you also wear it during your wedding day if you're into that traditional thing. It's like a red version for the wedding day. What other day do you wear
I
this?
see.
Yeah, but it's pretty simple, I guess, in terms of the design. Like, there's not a lot of layers. It's just...
Yeah, I can see it definitely. It's very nice though. I like it.
Yeah, people like it because it's form-fitting, so it shows the curves of the woman. you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is nice aesthetically looking. Like I do enjoy the bit of a minimalistic vibe here as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but men don't wear it though. Like, very few. Only during their marriage, probably.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see the male version as well. I can see it. Yeah, it's kind of like a dress thing, basically.
Yeah.
I can vibe that. Yeah. It's definitely interesting seeing what kind of people like wear they stuff. Like, obviously people modern age, they don't exactly go around wearing traditional thing. You don't really see a Japanese person going around in samurai armor, or like going or like a Russian person going around in Cossack armor or something like that. It's just like, it's definitely interesting to look into the roots of things and how people wore things.
Yeah.
Especially considering the fact that a lot of the cultural stuff, like it's so wild thinking about the cultural stuff existing so like soon, right? As like the Russian Empire existed up until the early 20th century, effectively.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
It's pretty recent.
yeah. Like, there is out there. I was surprised, but there is out there a recording that was saved from a voice of Nikolai III.
A record? Yo, that's crazy.
There's a voice recording of one of the last emperors, of the last emperor in Russia, giving a speech in French.
What? Damn, bro has a whole like diss track. That's crazy.
To be fair, though, it's not as surprising that he was giving speech in French, because Russian nobility, the Romanov family, they were polyglots.
Ooh, all of them?
A lot of them were. Yeah.
I mean, if you do politics,
like,
you have to know a lot of languages.
Yeah. So Nikolai III, he knew German, English, French, Russian, a few other languages too.
Probably Chinese too, I'd reckon.
Yeah, probably Chinese too. Yeah. So they kind of like, and considering the fact that this was also in the period of time where French was considered to be a bit more predominant than English.
Yeah.
it's kind of like it was important to speak in various languages like that. So yeah, there was an extensive. Russian emperors were a bit hardcore. Like if you know the history of Peter the Great, that was guy Peter the Great.
Oh.
So he was one of the later ones, and he basically turned Russia from a kingdom into empire. So he was he stand out first because he was tall, very tall. When people were normally like 160 centimeters tall back then, 167, he was 203.
Oh my damn. Okay, bro, literally stands out.
Yeah, he was 203 centimeters. And then what he did is it's still discussed to this day how he did it. He wanted to say, we need good fleet. We need really good fleet. So what he did about that is that he went away from Russia.
Okay.
He pretended to be a peasant, and then he built ships in Poland, or himself with his own two hands to understand how you build ships.
Wait,
An emperor just went fucked off to build ships. To understand how you need to build ships.
Damn. And then he went back and then he made ships.
And he went back and with the understanding of how shipbuilding works. He instructed people. They went around building the ships, building the things. Yeah. He basically experienced everything. He was a scholar. He was a lot of these smart, very strong, a lot of the archaic traditionals that was the traditions that were there. He kind of like, well, no, we don't need that anymore. We don't need it anymore.
So he was literally like a foreign student. He went study abroad. Yeah. To save his country.
He basically went to study abroad, just to basically make it a bit more prime time, so to speak. It's just like it's these kind of stories. You look into the history, and it's just like the resilience here is on display in a lot of ways, and it's nice. It's definitely nice to study history. And realized that Moscow was not even like a capital until much later. It was Novgorod. It was Novgorod for a while. That was the capital, basically, of the Russian thing.
Yeah, capitals of countries.
Which is funny.
Funny? Why is that funny?
Well, Kiev. It was Kiev. Like a lot of the Kiev Rus. It was Kiev Rus, Russia, and then it was Russia, Moscow, Russia. It's kind of like these kind of territories existed for a while. And the capital kind of bounced between those kind of like the Novgorod to Kiev, Russia, and Moscow, all that kind of stuff. It's traceable back to a lot of these resources, which is interesting.
Do you remember all of that from your history classes, or do you like sort of research it when you're already, graduating?
I remember a lot of it. I remember a lot of it from history classes because our teachers really love their jobs.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. So we kind of do get a lot of really comprehensive, surprisingly brutally honest discussions of how stuff went. Like we talk about the good stuff, right? Obviously, but we also talk about a lot of the bad stuff that happens, right? As well, like the losses, the corruption, all the stuff like that existed throughout the history, because there's a lot of those. There's plenty of that, obviously.
But I think countries would be hesitant to talk about their own sins or the things that they've committed that was bad. It's like usually history, they don't teach that at school.
Yeah, I noticed that as well, and I didn't know it was the norm until I actually got out of into the country, into the internet. I was like, oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, right.
But apparently we are very, very, very brutally honest about a lot of stuff that happened in the world. Because a lot of the people, when they made those lessons, they basically went, no, people need to know that we are also kind of fucked up in places, right? And we got fucked up in places as well.
That's great.
Like one of the biggest topics of study to this day is the Mongolian invasion for Russia.
Oh.
That happened, and it lasted for 300 years.
Wait, you guys invaded them? Or did they invade you?
No, Mongolians invaded us for
Okay.
like 300 years. Yeah, and this was like a thing that existed until a while later. Then when someone rebelled, and then basically eventually because of the empire of Genghis Khan, it was the Genghis Khan era. After a while, it just kind of fell apart
Yeah.
because it's kind of hard to maintain an empire when you are not even maintaining cities properly all that much. It's kind of like it's fractured. There was like one gold gold hoard. It was like there in Russia, and then they got pushed out, and then some order of knights tried to attack us and drowned in the lake. because apparently nobody taught the knights that walking in full suit of armor on a frozen lake might not be the best idea ever. It'll hold, they say. It didn't hold.
This is why we have to learn from history. You know, just
Yeah.
a lot of, I guess, well, Vietnamese history is also mostly war. It's because, you know, the geography-wise, when your country is right next to China and then next to this big-ass sea that connects to many more countries, you're kind of like, you know, the place that everybody wants to invade.
It's a strategic place, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Mongolians came to our country multiple times as well. And Chinese people took us for, like, 1,000 years. We were just under Chinese influence. And then the French. And then the Americans. And it's just like, when does it end, you know?
Can you leave us the fuck alone, please?
Yeah, it's so hard. And they have this saying, like, Vietnam, the country, it's like a beautiful girl, and everybody wants to have a piece of her. It's just a bit, it's a bit tough. And we're such a small country. It's just like, please.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds tough. At least Russia was like always like a big place.
Yeah.
Like big
You can
people.
hide, you know, if you want. You can just hide in one place and then recuperate your thingy. But here it's like,
yeah, it's just like it's always kind of like that. I definitely that you say that the hide, it definitely kind of grew into its own thing. A lot of people like living off grid a little bit. Like these people build their own houses themselves with their own hands.
ooh,
Yeah, like the wooden houses still. Like you see a lot of these kind of wooden shacks.
oh, here, like
built.
in modern days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let
wow.
me see. This kind of like this kind of idyllic kind of house that was built with, it was built with the hands of someone. Like this is the normal kind of looking house built by hand by someone, and it's just like someone
It's kinda
involved
cute.
someone involved their entire life in finishing these kind of houses.
That looks like it has a lot of personality.
Yeah. Like these kind of scenic places is usually where people live in these kind of.
Would these be like old people living here, you think, or is it like an actual like young family?
Most likely older folk.
Yeah.
Since they most likely are built, like by older generations from like older. There's more modern looking ones like this, for example.
You know, that made me realize, because you talked about this, like how most people know how to fix their car, most people know how to fix their furniture and all that. I feel like in the modern day, because we have separate rules for separate people, like if your pipes get broken, you call somebody who do specifically pipes, versus back then where everybody kind of knew how to do everything. So now, like, if you throw me to a random land and says, this is your land, build a house in it, I'll be like, oh, build a what? It's like impossible. But yeah, I guess Russian people still have that resourcefulness, like you said.
That's the thing. It remains like it's easier to buy land, for example, right?
Yeah, it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper to buy land. Like for example, again, this is just like plot of land, for example, right? Let me see. So, small. Okay, well, it's like 11. Let me see. I just need to like translate the number of this. 2.
Why do they need the fence around it though? Is it from animals, like stopping animals from coming in, or?
It's more a tradition than anything.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, this land around them is so big, and I'm pretty sure no one's there. So.
Yeah. So basically, it's like 1,158 meters, right? Land, squared meters. That's that's a big land, right?
Yeah.
But then how you buy it, it's $1,000.
Huh?
It's $1,000.
It's $1,000
Yeah.
for 1,000 square meter.
Yeah. You can buy these kind of like deals for land if you really want to. If you need to know where to look at. No, really. I found the literally first listing I found here.
That is less than a Gucci shoe.
Like it's $1,000. Like I'm really surprised nobody knows just how cheap Russia is comparatively speaking.
Yeah, I never knew. Oh my god. I mean, damn. But where is this land though? Is it like in the middle of the jungle? Is it?
No, it's like it's around the Moscow region.
Moscow, dude. Oh my god, guys, take your life savings, sell your houses. We're moving.
It's like it's definitely there's definitely technology is also relatively like I recently looked up for someone like a laptop, right?
Yeah.
Recently looked for a laptop to them, just like out of curiosity. It's a simple work laptop, right? It's a 16 RAM, like relatively okay, relatively good producing, right? 790.
700 for a laptop.
Yeah, 791 for a laptop.
What the fuck?
For a good laptop.
Dude. So...
My PC that still works too with me, like my gaming laptop. I have a gaming laptop. It's like RTX 16 gigabytes data, like for 4060 stuff like that.
Yeah.
It cost me $2,000.
$2,000.
Yeah.
Dude. How do they do that, man? This is like inflation not a thing in Russia?
We maintain economy, but like okay, so normally you need to spend like 5,000 rubles, I would say, on goods on like groceries for like 3 people, say, right? Just example, right? So groceries for 5,000 rubles, let's say 7,000 rubles for like a week. That's $76.
Okay. Wait, for
so
4
groceries for 3 to 4 people, yeah.
4 people. Groceries.
$76.
$76. That is fucked.
When it comes to like, I pay for the internet. My internet is 300 megabytes per Mbpp something.
300? Wait, what the fuck? Are you like NASA or something? Dude, I have like 100 something.
No, 300, and I pay $45 for it.
Oh my god, we're in the wrong country. Dude, our internet is 100, like around 100. That's it. And it's already $100. That is
I pay $45.
Fucked. That is so fucked. Yo, ain't no way, man.
Yeah, legitimately, when I talk about prices here, people go, huh?
It's so insane. Like, why aren't we all living there? There's enough space for each of us.
Yeah, I can order pizza, like a good pizza, for $13.
$13 for a whole pizza.
Yeah, it's like 40 centimeters.
Jesus Christ.
with like fillings and toppings and
14
everything.
bucks?
I can order 14 bucks.
Just regretting my life choices right now. What about taxes though? Maybe tax is high? Is tax?
Taxes. Okay, so relatively speaking, on a good, let's like it's when there's winter and I don't have gas myself, so I pay a little higher on winter.
Oh.
I have a lot of electricity because they didn't like plant a landline here of gas, so I pay like 10,000 rubles per month usually. Well, in current exchange rate, it tells me 109 bucks.
109 bucks. Wait, for what?
For a month.
Yeah, but for gas? Is that what you said?
No, for my
Tax.
general like tax, yeah.
Oh. Wait, I thought it's like a
It's basically like water and electricity. That's basically what it is.
that's bills though. Tax is like
It's
income
bills,
tax.
bills.
Income tax. Like it takes tax from your income.
Oh yeah, give me a moment.
I think there's like a percentage. Tax percentage Australia.
It's like 13%.
13. Oh, that's so much better than Australia.
13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
Australia
13%,
is
yeah.
like 16.
Yeah, 13%. Yeah.
16% or 30%.
Usually the work givers, the companies are obligated to pay the tax. Yeah, so basically they guys kind of like just take it out of your payment
your income.
and just already deducted the taxes by the time you get the payment. So it usually is kind of like a less of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. It's not like America where you have to do your taxes yourself.
Yeah, it's usually the work. The person giving you work is usually the one responsible for paying your taxes.
Yeah. That makes more sense, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of like there is ways people get the government gets money. Obviously, the whatever the taxes, the bills, whatever hell, right? You pay all that stuff. But generally speaking, I think we just maintain a healthy a healthy approach to marketing stuff. There's no real monopolization of business here. There's a lot of moms and pop shops. Lots of moms and pop shops. A lot of like little city networks.
See,
A lot
that's
of networks.
really important. Because in Australia right
Yeah.
now, there's a huge problem. Everyone's talking about it. For supermarkets, we literally only have two. Like, we have a few more, like, indie shops. But the biggest two that take up 70% of the supermarket market is just two companies, Coles and Woolworths. That's it. It's like...
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, so they're driving the prices up 10% each year. And it's like fucked. It's so fucked right now. People can't buy anything because of that.
Understandable. Yeah, that would do it. That would definitely do it.
Yeah.
It's understandable. I think personally that's really is one of the reasons why it kind of functions here that well is because we do maintain a good amount of like businesses and stuff, various businesses.
Yeah. It's a good balance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good balance. Yeah, and it works. It works for first and foremost. I think it works.
That's true. Man.
Yeah. We have our own delivery services, obviously, with our own like Amazon service called Ozon, right?
It's like an Amazon rival?
Yeah, it's not the rival. It's just in Russia, but yeah. Yeah, but it's effectively also effectively promoting a lot of the smaller businesses because they take into you can buy anything from anywhere, and it's they obviously get the money from it. It's like people can
Right.
sell their own little creations, or people can sell like other chairs.
Yeah.
You can buy anything on there effectively. So it's a similar similar principle, effectively. Yeah,
Right, but it's Russian.
it's Russian. Yeah.
So that's better because they don't have to compete with all these international sellers.
Yeah, effectively.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why the fuck aren't we moving to Russia though? I'm confused. I wonder what the percentage of foreigners living in Russia. Because it's not really like a popular place to go study abroad, I don't think. Not in the modern times.
It's not really. It's not really. I'd say. I would personally think that there is a certain incentive to go there if you know that you go. But on the other hand, there's not a lot of people who know a lot of the advantages of actually moving there for at least temporarily, right? And it's kind of that's why a lot of people don't really consider going there because, well, also again language, like everyone speaks English. You know, when you move to Europe, everyone speaks to English, but when you move to Russia, it's most likely you need to like learn basic Russian for it, right? And that's kind of like a big commitment.
Right. So it's sort of like the friendship thing you said, right? It's hard to get in, but once you're in for life. That's it.
Yeah, once you're in, you
can't get out.
Stick around. You're probably gonna stick around if you want to. Yeah. There are opportunities. Obviously, there are jobs. There's like freelance and everything and stuff like that. Some people can't find jobs, and obviously, other people find jobs. It's like everywhere, basically. I'm not saying it's like perfect living conditions or whatever. I'm just saying there's generally less of a chance to fall into like complete disaster if you have a decent basis for living.
I'm just so surprised because I mean food is cheap, food is amazing from the pictures that you've shown us, culture is rich, look at the land, like you can live in such a big space for such little money. Like I mean I guess like the chat's saying probably because of the cold. Like, not everybody can deal with the cold.
Well, yeah, cold. Also, the cultural, language apparently.
Barrier.
Language barrier. And it's like, I do imagine it's kind of intimidating to go into a completely different culture. Like,
but like, you know how people are jumping into Japan? Like, Japanese is not easy to learn, right? Obviously.
No.
And
really, no.
It's fucking expensive. There's literally no space. But everyone's like, let's go to Japan. I'm moving to Japan and I'm gonna live in Japan. Meanwhile, Russia over here, super cheap, welcoming, great to live, great to everything, and also a hard language. But it's like, what? I feel like there's not enough promotional material in terms of like pop culture or something. That's why people are not really thinking about moving.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really have our anime that basically popularizes the culture. I do have an idea for later if you guys want to. I will for a later stream or something. We can do a watch along of a nice little comedy or like a movie, traditional Russian movie of some sort.
Oh, but do
we
they
have a lot of those
subtitles?
that really. Yes. There's subtitles.
Okay.
There's all the Russian movies have subtitles and stuff like that. The comedies and all, like they're really cute. Like I love they have this really interesting vibe to them. A lot of the Russian movies.
I've never tried any. Okay, do you have any like suggestions for a really good series or movie that's Russian?
The Russian stop motion cartoons are one of those things that were created in the USSR. We have several legendary series of like cartoons that was created in stop motion. They're very whimsical, very they were made specifically, like a lot of resources went into that with stop motion and like the puppeteering and everything. It was very clay figures. They made like clay figures.
I'm looking at it
around.
right now.
Like,
that's cool.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, the hedgehog in the fog, for example. Look at how these kind of
The hedgehog.
the hedgehog in the fog.
In the fog. Okay.
Yeah, look at it. Look at how whimsical and interesting these type
Oh
of productions
shit!
look.
This could be like an indie video game vibe.
Yeah, this is the same, but this is the type of production it has. Like it's so these like so interesting.
Ooh, wait, when was this created?
1975. Yeah.
Yo, it looks really modern though.
Yep, they utilized really intense techniques and really intense production quality to make it really big. Stalker movie was also made by Russian, I'm pretty sure. There's a few like Russian comedies that are fun. 12 Chairs. The Diamond Arm. Those are kind of.
Wait, what is that? Oh, is it the thing where it's like? I think.
Ну погоди, yeah, it's a wolf and a rabbit kind of chase kind of thing. It's our own little comedic series of TV shows about that.
Yeah, that one like it was really popping in Vietnam as well. Everybody knows that phrase.
Ну, заяц, ну погоди.
Oh my god, my dad would have gone crazy if he said that. He'd be like, "Oh my god, he said the thing."
You need to like add rasp to it. Ну погоди.
Oh shit, I didn't know that was Russian. I just thought it was
It
some.
was Russian, yeah. There's a few really fun little movies and little interesting movies that definitely can be watched. I will definitely be open to showing you around if you'd like.
Yay! Yeah.
Outside from gaming.
Is there like Russian games that are popular?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's Stalker series. Actually is Russian.
Series.
Yeah, the Stalker series. Metro series also Russian.
Wait, let me see. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there is one famous Russian game that was created in Russia. It's called Tetris.
Tetris is Russian?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
You didn't know Tetris is
I
Russian?
didn't. I thought it was some fucking Swedish shit because it's like putting things together. I just thought of IKEA.
No. Tetris is Russian. Tetris was invented in Russia.
See that explains the music, the theme.
That's why this is Kalinka, Malinka.
Oh shit! Huh?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Damn, you learn something new every day, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of it's really surprising. It's funny to surprise people with it, honestly.
I thought everybody know and not me. This is the only when Soviet Russia Tetris plays you. Oh yeah, wasn't that meme where it's like in Russia you don't something does the thing to you.
It's a meme, yeah. It is a meme. In Soviet Russia.
Yeah.
Game plays you.
You sound like Zarya from Overwatch.
In Soviet Russia, game plays you.
The Netflix made a whole movie about Tetris? Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, they did.
Damn. What the fuck? There's this lo-fi music playlist. Soviet Union Music Records 1939. Relax. It's like the lo-fi girl in the study thing. It's her, but like Soviet. So funny. I'll put it in the chat.
I mean, honestly, one surprise to you as well. Do you know Heroes of Might and Magic?
No.
Well, for people who know of Might and Magic, it was the Heroes of Might and Magic 5 was produced in Russia.
Oh, I have to Google it.
It's one of the
somebody knows.
Yeah, it's Russian. If you look at the Heroes of Might and Magic 5, you see all the Russian names in the creators. That's because it was made by in comparatively in conjunction of Ubisoft in Russia. So that's kind of funny.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Wait, this looks like. Wait, what kind of game is this?
It's a RPG strategy kind of thing. Yeah, it's a strategy RPG kind of thing. It's old school RPG kind of thing. Well, Metro series is definitely something to look into as well. It's
Metro
like very
City.
Russian. Metro series, yes.
Ooh.
I mean, Owl Cat games are also Russian. So
I feel like all these Russian games has a very dark aesthetic to it.
well, you can look into Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Pathfinder Kidmaker?
Kingmaker.
Oh,
and
Kingmaker.
Pathfinder War of Wrath of the Righteous. It was made by Russian studio as well. Owlcat
Yeah.
Games.
Yeah, it has a lot of that like warrior type.
One
grueling.
one thing I have to say is that Russians we have a very doomer-like
That's true.
creations. A lot of the Russian games, a lot of the Russian creations, they have this undeniable layer of darkness to it. And the thing about this is that it's not darkness for darkness' sake, like a lot of the dark stuff. It's more hope despite
Right.
this kind of thing.
It's like light in the middle of the dark.
Yeah, if you win, if you survive in Pripyat, in the Chernobyl station in Stalker, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is good endings there, even though the game itself is very dark, is very like gritty and everything.
Yeah.
There's moments where you just sit around like the campfire and listen to some random stalker play guitar, or there's like good endings for Metro as well, which is a post-apocalyptic game entirely, and it's just like there is this feeling of hope in the most hopeless situations. That's what they try to zero on in a lot of the times.
That's a good message to leave behind to the next generation.
Yeah, that's definitely what is
talking
prevalent.
about
A
Russian
lot of the
culture.
music, when you like listen to it, it seems like so drab and it's such a major downer. But when you listen to it, it's kind of like it's a downer, but kind of like that kind of thing.
Right.
It's a downer, but there's
The
a lot of
human
buts there.
spirit remains.
The human spirit, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Human spirit. I would say exactly that. And it's lovely. It's lovely to get through a game for like we should honestly if we do end up doing like a series of games together, for example, like a series, I will definitely play Metro with you.
Metro.
Yeah.
Wait, let me try to find it on Steam. Is it on Steam?
It's on Steam, yeah.
Let me see.
It's like very cheap. It's like old game. Metro, first game of the Metro series.
Damn, that shit looks intense.
Yeah, Metro 2033 specifically. 2033.
2033?
2033, yeah.
Okay.
The first game in the series is Metro 2033.
Is this a FPS? What is this?
It is a FPS. It's kind of like a horror element to it because it's post-apocalyptic. It's based around on a book series.
Ooh, see, I would like to read some Russian book. Yes, literature.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what's like
one
a-
thing I wanted to mention as well.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Russian literature is, I think, one of the only things that is Russian that is very widely acclaimed.
True. That is true. Yeah, I don't know Metro. Sorry, I'm not a gamer. Not gonna lie. I just play some
Yeah.
games. I'm not a gamer.
Yeah. As I said, if we do have a series of games, I would show you like one of those Stalker games or one of the. We would just play them together, and everything. I'll play a few streams together and see if you like it or not. You know?
Yeah, back to the literature thing though. That's so true. I know
Yeah.
like Leo Tolstoy or Dostoevsky, like those people I heard of, but the rest of the culture I don't really know. What's like
Yeah,
a
Pushkin.
yeah, Pushkin as well. Yeah, why is literature so widespread? I wonder. Maybe it
Because it's
just
so good.
has yeah, maybe it just has a lot of philosophy in it. That's why.
It's really good, yeah. Like, I think you don't really see books like Crime and Punishment anywhere. Because a lot of the books, when you read to them, they tend to a lot of the authors tend to put a lot of their own ideology into it, right? And it's just like it's understandable, right? You write what you believe and you think.
Right.
When it comes to Dostoevsky as a person, he approached this as a deep psychological case. Like you constantly don't know if you're supposed to be rooting for the main character
Right.
or not,
Right.
because one second he's like making a lot of sense, but then on the other hand he shows himself as a completely broken down man who's going insane.
Right. But that makes it more human.
Yeah, it makes it very human. Like you look at him and you don't see a villain. Like the first 3 chapters of the book is him going back and forth if he should even commit this crime that he's going to commit. Like he's disgusted by himself, then he wants to do it, but then he's disgusted, but then he's like, it's like he doesn't want to do it. He goes to drink, he goes to like that. He's like he's resolves himself. He nearly botches his own plan. He botches his own plan. He accidentally ends up like killing someone else as well, and he's like this really bothers him a lot, and he's just like it's a human. There's no really laughing villain going
Yeah, right.
It's like he really is fucked up by everything, and it doesn't really solve any of his problems either, and it's just like, was it really worth it? No, not really. Maybe not. It's just like maybe this granny he ended up axing to the face is not, maybe she was a horrible human being, but who cares, right? Like it doesn't really solve anything at the end of the day. So it's kind of like everything is written from a perspective that you can understand and empathize with, but it makes it more complicated, and you have to sit down and really think about all this stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit's deep.
Yeah, shit's deep.
Skeleton talked about Swan Lake, Tchaikovsky.
Oh yeah, Swan Lake. Yeah.
That as well.
The ballet is also one. And the music is also the composers of music. I remember there was a meme out there somewhere. I was just like, "That's Tchaikovsky. You cannot use cannons as instruments. Tchaikovsky, no. Tchaikovsky,
Wait,
yes.
what? Really?
Tchaikovsky, always yes."
What the fuck? Wait, really? Was that popping up sometime that I didn't know?
Yeah, that was a meme there because there is legitimately the Tchaikovsky Tchaikovsky, yes, cannons. Yes, the Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture is with cannons.
What? Oh yeah, wait, I can Google it right here. Cannons. Wait, I kind of want to hear
recognize
this.
the song. You might recognize the song.
I'm gonna.
You know
mute
the
for a
song
sec.
actually.
I'm gonna mute for a
You
second
actually
so I
know the
can
song.
check it out. Tchaikovsky. Cannons. There we go. Cannons are not instruments. Alright, give me 1 sec, guys. I just want to hear this for a sec. Okay, let's see. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh. Holy shit. Yeah, I just saw the meme. That is hilarious. And it works. It actually works.
Mm-hmm. So is that is the one people use for when chaotic messes happen. That's the overture. That was created by Tchaikovsky, and it uses cannons.
I'm starting to get a picture of the Russian aesthetics. It's dark, but it's chaotic. It's chaotic neutral. That's literally what Russian people.
You know what? That's not wrong. That's literally not wrong. Yeah.
Because it's not evil. It's not dark for the sake of dark, as you said. And it's not pure naive friendliness either. It's chaotic neutral.
It's kind of yeah. It got weathered, but by time, but it still has the humor to it. A lot of it, like an irony. Almost.
Yeah, dark humor shit.
Yeah, and I do enjoy irony. I do enjoy how this kind of like this stuff. That's why a lot of this stuff, as a Russian, I'm gonna say how it affected my being present on the internet. I still don't understand what people mean by triggers and lines and veils and whatever, right?
Wait, what? Triggers? Like you mean?
Yeah, basically, on the internet when you're like, "Oh, this triggers me," nothing triggers me. When I look at something something on the internet, and when I see on fiction, like people get genuinely affected by fiction on like Western side.
Yeah. Like the movies. This movie triggers me, or something like that.
Yeah, I look at it and go, what kind of life you lived, you fucking softie? Like I don't like that's what my response is usually to that. I don't usually say it out loud, obviously, because I don't want to be rude. Yeah. But it's like my thought process is what kind of fucking life you had if a simple trauma of watching someone like explode on screen and knowing it's fake, it gives you so much trauma. So much trauma.
It's like once you've lived through enough famine winters in Russia, then a characterization of a movie thing is not gonna affect you.
It's just a cultural thing at this point that is basically I don't really to be fair, I'm also a psychologist and I've been in med school. And I've been like partially to med school to like do some med stuff, and and one of the first things in med school in Russia they do is that they walk you in, they place a corpse in front of you and say look at it.
And so after that point nothing fucking matters, to be fair.
That's why a lot of doctors are so desensitized to this, because like they learn on seeing like dead bodies.
That's good. I feel like everybody should know that though, because once you really know that we're all gonna die, we're all gonna end up like this, then all the small stuff like it doesn't really.
Yeah, it's just like at this point, a lot of the Western culture, to me personally, is just letting far too many things affect you on a far deeper level that it's supposed to.
Ooh. Yeah, that is deep. Somebody write that down.
It's like you are letting yourself get affected far too much.
I'm not gonna lie.
Far too many. Yeah.
I feel like living here in Australia for a while, I've been affected by that a little bit. Like in terms of, I go on Instagram, right? And there's a bunch of these reels talking about, we're going back to the dating thing now, but it's like, people are going into like, oh, this is a red flag. If they do this, then they're a bad person. If your boyfriend does this, then he doesn't love you. It's like very small things. And like the very non-medical people are out here giving people diagnoses, telling people that's unhealthy, that's trauma, that's whatever, even though it's just normal behaviors within a relationship. So yeah, that's very
a lot of I'm gonna be very honest here. A lot of really brain dead gypshits just think they're like super smart and they know everything, but in the end of the day they're just brain dead dipshits. They never knew a single day of hardship in their life actually. So every minor inconvenience is caused for like I'm so traumatized. Fucking stupid idiots.
Right.
I look at Twitter sometimes, then I remember I need to have my nerves remaining intact, so I stopped looking at Twitter.
True, so true. And I mean, I guess what we're doing now in terms of cultural exchange is a really good sort of sobering moment as well, because normally we live in our worlds and we're so focused on it and we think that's the only reality that exists. But then we talk to somebody from a different culture with different, you know, childhood and all that, and we're like, oh shit, this world is big. My experience is just a tiny little speck, and everything is not as bad or as good as it seems, because hey, look at this person with a completely different life.
There is always good parts. There is always bad parts in any part of the world. There is always like the nice country parts that are like super cool and super interesting to engage with, and also there's always a part where you go that makes you go, please burn it with fire.
Right.
It's always gonna be like that. It's finding the right balance between appreciating what you have, like whatever you are, and maybe if you don't appreciate it enough, maybe finding a place where you do belong in, right?
True.
And moving appropriately. Like that's the balance you need to maintain here, I think, in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And in terms of like appreciating it, I'm not sure if you guys had the same experience. When I was in Vietnam, I hated my own culture because all that I saw was the bad parts of it, in terms of like, oh, okay, we have these rituals where we let two bulls fight each other to the dead. Then the victor, we eat it. We open it up and we eat it. And then, you know, we eat dogs. We have this sort of thing where all the males get to sit on the table and do nothing while the females do all the work and then clean it up and then get beaten and all that. And I just really, really hated my own culture until I went over to Australia and learned more about it. And then I was like, okay, wait. It seems that there are some goodness in my own culture as well that I wouldn't have appreciated if I didn't have something else to contrast it with. Like, in here people are like, oh, it's okay, just be a single mother. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the family doesn't stay together. Whereas in Vietnam, it's more like, let's keep the family together. So, you know, it's a balance, I guess.
Yeah, it's a thing also. That's why I also advocate for traveling myself personally, because traveling is important to really understand the world around you. And people who are like claim that you only need your country, you never need to travel anywhere. And I think that's stupid. People like maybe that's why Americans are so fucking dumb.
Oh my god. Yo, this video is gonna get banned. Banned in the US.
But they are kind of dumb though. Like
you know what's crazy? I feel like the people who hate Americans the most are Americans.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's hilarious to me, but like they're so busy segregating themselves into these little groups that constantly fight between each other and hate each other. Like I'd never seen any other country ever in the world say specified, and I'm a Hispanic American, thank you. I'm like,
yeah, you do.
Who the fuck gives a shit? It's like I looked at the American like internet and I see I'm a cis white gay man, it's Hispanic. Who the fuck cares? Shut up.
God. Theo, you're gonna get canceled, but it's gonna be a fun cancellation.
Yeah, like who the fuck gives a shit? Only Americans give a shit about these, like about the fucking stash of labels. Sorry, I'm a guy from Russia.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like you said, right? It's not about this city, this city, this city. If you're in Russia, you're Russian. That's it. Period.
Yeah. Still don't understand what cis means, except like, oh, cis. You're slaying cis. Like, I don't really know any other.
I hate that cis word. So the word cis, when they use to mean like straight, is CIS. So it's not like SIS, but it's CIS. But it just sounds like cyst in terms of like CYST, like a really disgusting lump on your skin. I just hate that word. Just calling somebody a cyst, it's like, jeez.
Yeah, no, you're such a cyst. Yeah, like I feel like people who are obsessed with this don't really have any other personality. to them, like except that. Like
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot of people who are obsessed with these things, they don't really have any other defining features in like being who they are, except
True.
just like this.
True. And
So
it's
that's
not
like
even.
when
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
So yeah, again, so it's not like it's when someone questions them on the stuff like this, it's like it feels like a personal attack because that's all they have.
Yeah. That is true. That is their entire identity and livelihood that you are attacking right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's not even about being against the people who actually have those conditions or are actually gay. It's like if you're gay, it's fine. Whatever. But there are many gay people who don't constantly talk about their gayness. You know?
Yeah,
So
I like people myself. I'm a psychologist. I like talking about people to people. I don't like talking to labels.
Yo, bro, write this down. Bars. Fire bars. Yeah, that is true.
Like that's what I always think about. Like to me, when a person devolves themselves to a label, that's just like you are disrespecting yourself first and foremost.
True, you're
You're
simplifying your
downgrading
existence.
yourself. Yeah, you're downgrading yourself. Like, sure, you might be a part of the group, right? You might be a part of. You might belong temporarily to somewhere until they turn on you too, probably sometime.
True.
But then it's
so true.
But it's like maybe being an individual will always triumph over these kind of temporary cliques that you will never really find yourself standing out in any capacity. Like people get forgotten a lot about these like Twitter dramas that constantly happen.
Oh,
Nobody remembers who started those dramas because it's like nobody remembers who was the offended ones. Nobody really does remember. Like people remember people who fought against the offended ones or like something like that. It's just, like,
that is so true.
They define their own individuality.
Yeah.
And they find their own kind of sense of belonging by being who they are and being unapologetically who they are. I respect those people much more than people who get into cliques and try to like attack others for not being the way they are.
Absolutely true. Nothing but bars, nothing but facts. Somebody's asking, wait, you're a psychologist? Are you a practicing psychologist? Like actually?
Yeah, I'm a therapist, yeah.
Oh shit, let's go, boys! This entire stream has actually been a therapy session. Now you have to pay us $300 each person. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. The therapy tax, please. Thank you.
Oh shit. Oh, actually, I forgot. Yeah, somebody said, no wonder he's not triggered. He's seen shit. He's seen the most triggering things of all, so he's fine.
Partially, yeah. I've been in a lot of places in a lot of ways, and talked to various different people. But even then, even before that, I was never really susceptible to this kind of stuff because I don't know. When you were a normal person, you don't get hyper obsessed with shit to a point where it's getting affecting you morally on a level. Like usually you don't do that. Maybe, hopefully, please.
I think the majority of people are fine. It's just the loud minority who, you know, struggle to have some sort of identity. But
yeah.
There is a question that people keep asking though.
What is the question?
It's about animals in Russia. And I know how like stereotypical this sounds. Everybody, when I say, oh, I live in Australia, they're always like, are there kangaroos? Are there koalas? Are there bugs? So the same thing goes to Russia. Everybody's asking, do you guys have bears for pets?
Not usually, I would say.
Not usually.
The thing about bears that are like, there are various bears. We have such a variety of bears. There's a lot of different variety of bears. There's the white bears. There's like grizzly bears, which are the usual. The grizzly ones are like the big ones, but like not too big ones, right? And the brown bears are like small.
You know, bears. The usual response would be no, and that's it. But the Russian response is not usually. We have different types of bears. You're so casually talking about.
I do know a few cases at least of someone having a bear.
Really? Wait, so it's legal? Yeah. It's completely legal.
I mean, it's okay. Yeah, as long as you're like in the wilderness and like the person have the chance to,
Tame one.
Huh?
You just tame one? Like you just walk into the forest and be like, "Yep, this one's mine."
I don't
just
really know
name it.
how that happens, admittedly, but
Yeah.
some people do have them. Like it's a small minority
Wow.
have them. Polar bears obviously are not the tameable kind, but they are
Yeah.
they are cool with us if they are cool if we are cool with them.
Oh.
I
Okay.
tell I always tell that story, but when I was traveling up north,
Yeah.
just for like scientific stuff thing, but basically to help the project thing, I was in a station closer to like polar area of things. It was cold as fuck, obviously,
Okay. Yeah.
and there was a polar bear
Uh-huh.
there. That
Oh my God.
what happened is they're like huge, like 2 meters tall, like
Jesus.
large, huge.
Yeah.
And he approached the station.
Okay.
He looked at the window. He stepped out and like his front paws on the thing,
Oh.
and he just looked at you.
And then he knows you're Russian and then he leaves you alone.
Looked at you, right? And it was basically like give food plus.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
Yeah, if you friend give food. Okay, I'm just like I.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I did give him like a few fishes, little piece of fish, and he basically always made the same sound. When I was like, it's like rawr. It fucked up. This was like a bear for sup.
Oh my God. What the fuck? Because I thought polar bears are actual like killers.
No, they're chill with you if you chill with them. Like if they know it's like easier to get food from you if you chill with them, they're gonna be chill with you.
Okay, they're smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does the vibe check. Keep a few fish with you.
The polar bear vibe check. You must pass it.
I've never even seen a bear in real life.
I've seen a few.
Just through like the forest thingy.
Yeah, forest, and also a polar bear. I literally fed one, so.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's such a flex. Yeah, dude, you have a Pomeranian in your house? I fed a polar bear. Like, just casually.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they kind of do live closer to these stations, polar stations, because it's polar bears, polar stations.
Go figure.
It's in the name. It's in the name. Yeah.
Even in the zoo. Yeah, I didn't even see a bear in a zoo. I see, like they have giraffes and shit, but not bears.
Yeah, I don't think bears are like
a zoo thing.
There are some bears. Yeah, there are some bears in zoos, but like most of them, they just kind of live in the wilderness. I've seen more videos of bears stealing shit from supermarkets.
Wait, supermarkets? How do they get in?
No, I'm joking. The small. I've seen like a few videos of a bear just politely going into a shop, stealing one pack of nuts every time, and politely walking outside.
So cute. I'd let him steal all my nuts. So cute.
Yeah, just like exactly one pack. Like no more, not more, not less. Just one pack into.
He's on a diet.
Gently placing the shelf back on and then backing out. Like that actually, a video I saw. It was like people investigated who's the stealer, and it was bear who was constantly yeah.
That's adorable. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's we. Other than that, we have polar foxes.
Polar foxes. Oh, the white ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I mean, I do see some people keeping foxes as pets, but they also can't really be tamed fully.
No, usually, foxes kind of can be tamed. They're weird. They're gonna laugh at you a lot, though.
Yeah. But I heard they can't, like, you can't house train them in terms of, like, they don't know where to poop and pee. They'll just poop and pee in your own house. They don't give a shit about territory.
Yeah, definitely need to be a more of a house perp thing. But they can be tamed in a sense that they can be, like, trained to be more... not attack you or anything. Yeah.
Interesting. You know something though, I used to really want to have a cat. I mean, I still do. But there was this one period of time where I was like, what is the best breed of cat? Da, da, da. And this cat just keeps coming up. It's called a Russian Blue. Is that cat really popular in Russia or?
Russian Blue. Let me see.
Yeah, and when you describe like the personality of Russian people, I was like, dude, that's the exact personality of a Russian Blue. It's very like cold to you, you know, keeps its distance, but once you become a Russian Blue's best friend, like that's loyalty, that's for life, and it's very difficult to see that from different cat breeds.
Oh yeah, they're pretty cute.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah.
They're independent as well.
Yep.
But very
They're pretty
expensive.
Understandable, yeah.
You guys should Google them. Man, they look majestic.
They're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very cute, yeah.
Wait, so
They're
in...
like,
yeah?
huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead first.
Yeah, they're like in the they're also very unique eye color a lot of the times, I think. Yeah.
The green, so good.
Yeah, the green outline of the eye is kind of like very unique for the Russian Blues.
I was gonna ask you about... Because obviously in Vietnam there's always that joke. It's like, oh, you know, Vietnamese people eat cats and dogs and all that. In Russia, is there a type of weird meat that you guys eat? Or
I don't think so,
food?
no.
No? Like not a weird food that
Weird
you eat?
food. Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me actually check what is considered weird.
Because like in Vietnam we eat blood, we eat brains, we eat, you know, we eat all types of shit. We eat insects sometimes. So other people, or at least Western culture, would be like, yo, what the fuck? But for us it's normal. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually I think there is a lot of things that are taken from the Asian cuisine as well in some capacity. So, what's the weird Russian food? Let me actually check. I opened a list of what people consider bizarre Russian food.
Yeah, you have to search from outside sources.
Yeah. Holodets, I think, would be a kind of weird food. Holodets is basically like how to explain it? It's like a meat jelly.
Meat jelly. Oh, yeah, we have that too.
Yeah, holodets.
Yeah. Jelly meat.
Let me. Yeah, look at this. You can look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. It looks really good. It's exactly what we eat over there as well. Let's go.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love Russian salads. Can I please say, ever since I was a little child, every time I go to a buffet, there's gonna be that dish of Russian salad. Oh, I would gobble that shit down, bro. It's like mayonnaise. It's got apples. It's got potatoes. Like, that's so good, honestly.
I would recommend you to try a traditional salad we use on New Year's called Olivier.
Olivier?
Olivier salad.
Let me see.
It's a potato salad, basically.
Russian Olivier salad. Ooh,
yeah, it's
look
called
at that.
Yeah, it's carrots, potatoes, sweet peas. There is some pickles, green onion.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mayo,
That's the one that we eat. Yeah,
salt and pepper, ham. Yeah, this is kind of like this stuff. This
right.
is the stuff.
That's exactly the thing that I
stuff.
love. Oh my god, we just
This
call
is
it
the
Russian
stuff.
salad. You guys call it Olivier.
It's Olivier salad, yeah.
Oh my god, the ham every time, because like the cool thing about the salad is that during a bite you don't usually look at what's in the bite, and everything is kind of coated in this mayonnaise, so you don't know. So it's like, oh, is that an apple?
It's a
or is that a
it's a
potato?
surprise.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's a surprise. yeah. I could link you a few dishes you can reliably make home if you want to.
Yes. Fish and caviar. What?
Yep.
You guys eat caviar, like fish caviar with pancakes?
Yeah.
Oh my god. See, I've never thought of doing that. What?
Yeah, it's like specific Russian pancakes called blintiki. They can go with caviar pretty well, actually.
Oh.
Because blintiki are very savory. They're not like, again, this is not made to be sweet
Yeah.
you can wrap meat in them. You can wrap whatever you want to them. Like you can make a salad.
Oh, this shit looks good. Wait. It says you guys eat pork's fat. Salo? Salo?
Yep.
So this is straight up like a block of pork fat.
It's specifically made cooked, but yeah, it's an additional kind of thing. Like it's a condensed kind of thing.
Ooh, interesting.
It adds flavor, a lot of flavor. It's used like as an additive to things, like to add additional flavoring. So like if you make a steak, for example, you put some salo on it.
Yeah.
Right, and it's
so it's like butter basically.
Sizzling. It's in a lot of ways it is similar to butter. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Like, how have I not known this about all of this in my life?
This is blinchiki.
Okay, let me see. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Shit.
You can wrap meat in the again cottage
it's like
cheese
a crepe,
as well.
Actually, crepe.
It's like a crepe, but like a specifically very unique, very uniquely made. Let's say
Because it has cheese in it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can put the cheese in it. You can put anything in it. Yeah, we actually have a lot of dairy products we use in this. Like a lot of dairy products. It kind of grew a resistance to dairy. Like a lot of people, I hear a lot of people who like dairy. Not people don't like dairy, right? If you say as older you become, less milk you drink. I still drink a lot of milk.
Yeah. I mean, science has so many debates about that. Some say milk is evil. Some say milk is good. Wait, yeah, keep going.
I still drink a lot of milk. I like it.
I know, milk is so good. I can't like imagine going on a vegan diet and just cutting off all dairy. Like, what is life anymore without dairy? Anyway, it shows here you guys also eat dumplings, vareniki,
vareniki and pelmershki. We have our own dumplings here.
Yeah, it looks so Chinese, guys. This is like tripping me out. Damn.
Yeah, it's like they're smaller and they're like often less spiced up.
Yeah. Wow. Guys, Google. This is so cool. Dressed herring is pretty weird. So layered salad with diced. What? Dressed herring. Oh, so it's just pickled food.
Yeah.
Have you eaten bear meat?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't think so. I don't think I did.
Oh, okay. Because they're saying here there's like canned bear meat. It's the same thing with like Australians and kangaroo meat. There is kangaroo meat, but not every Australian has eaten it.
Yeah. It's like I don't think it's kind of like something people usually try. I tried elk though.
Elk, yeah. Oh, elk is good.
Yeah,
elk tastes good. Pelmeni.
Pelmeni, yeah.
That's also the dumpling.
It's a variation. It's a variation of dumplings. Yes. We also love really. We really are like our porridges.
This is warm, right, for winter days?
Yeah, we're like a porridges. We're like a rice porridge.
Oh, I have been drooling this entire time, by the way. You guys can't see it on the model, but it's like, dude. Traditional Russian fish soup.
Oh yeah, uha. There's uha.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff you can make from Russian cuisine.
And it seems so healthy. All of this is very healthy.
Yeah. We have a specific way we do tea.
Tea.
Yeah, tea. It's like it's like tea with milk and like some jam, some varenie. Varenie is not jam exactly. It's basically made from fresh berries.
Ooh. Yeah. Shit, that's good.
Yeah,
oh my God.
varenie.
You're inspiring me to make these.
Yeah, look at this. It's like jam, but if jam were made organically.
Russian tea.
And Russian tea. Yeah, and this is varenya.
Okay.
I'm showing you varenya now.
Ooh. Yeah, that's just fruit and sugar, I would assume.
You basically made fermented kind of stuff like that, and it's basically some sugar, some fruits, and you kind of like.
It's basically jams without the preservatives.
Basically jams, but they're preserved in other ways. Yeah.
Damn. So you would put these jams into your tea.
For taste, basically. Taste, there's some milk, there's a varenya, and everything. Kind of like milk, mix it together. It's kind of Russian tea.
See, guys, I don't ever know about these things. Holy shit. You know what? Wait, so technically, if we want to try like a knockoff version, we could just put tea and then try to put strawberry jam into it. See how it tastes. Not really.
yeah. I mean, technically, yeah, but it's we have also like poppy seed rolls as well.
Poppy tea?
Poppy seed rolls.
Oh, what? Poppy seed rolls. Oh, wow.
Yeah, like this kind of stuff like that.
Usually in Western countries, that would be like chocolate in the middle instead of poppy seeds.
Yeah, no, it's poppy seeds.
Yo, this is so healthy. Shit.
Yeah. There's a sour cream cake as well, too.
Sour cream cake? Let me try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, this is great for weight loss, by the way. All of these things.
Yeah, it's like only cake, 3 eggs, 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and then sour cream for filling, 1 cup of white sugar, and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. That's basically what you need.
Man, I'm inspired to start cooking tonight. Russian
and
food.
this is like how it looks.
Oh my god. Gimme!
Yeah. It's delicious too. So.
What the? Wait, what is this called? Can you give me the name of it? Like the Russian name.
Russian sour cream cake.
Ah, Russian sour cream cake.
Yeah, I can just read
Ooh.
sour cream cake. Yeah.
Dog, that's looking scrumptious.
Yeah. It's like this. So I mean, Russian name of it is called smetannik.
Smetannik. Okay.
Yeah, smetannik.
Man. So do you guys make this for like birthdays? People would do it.
We make it for various things. Obviously, there's like beef stroganoff. We have our own beef stroganoff.
Oh my god, so tasty! Look at this. Ah.
Yep, there's a lot of really interesting solyanka. Russian beef soup. Solyanka. It's like really beef soup.
Beef soup. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Solyanka. It's kind of like it's kind of like a villager's soup.
Yeah, I was
where
gonna
you put
say
everything you are.
I love those. Oh my god. Like imagine living in a cottage and you have this little cauldron over the fire and you just add this beef into it and it bubbles.
That's exactly how you make it. That's
exactly my god, dude. It looks so good. Alright, I'll set it in the chat so you guys can see as well.
Yeah, that's exactly how you make it.
Yeah.
Legitimately, that's you big stew. Get a big stew pot and you put everything you have, meats and stuff like that into it, and you just like watch it like cook.
Bubble.
And that's just how it is. Yeah, that's the prime condition you do it in. It's really cool.
I'm gonna make this. Period.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Good.
Absolutely.
Beef smoked.
It's very flexible.
What's this kielbasa? Kielbasa sausage?
Kolbasa. Oh yeah, it's also like kolbasa. Kolbasa. We have a very interesting way.
Ooh, it's like a curved sausage.
Yeah, like this is like this. It's like a
I'm drooling.
it's like a savory sausage kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very salty-ish. Like this is like this.
Okay, I see.
It's like a little dried,
Oh my god, that
right?
looks so
You
good.
need to. It's a little dried and chewy in terms of like how you make it, and it really goes well with like butter on like toast. It's like on the morning, or like in the eggs when you like make breakfast, and you add the slices of this, of this.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, this entire section, I've just been swimming in food. I just don't want to get out. So good.
I mean, it's good food. Like a lot of the food, I'm kind of really sad that not a lot of people know how
Yeah, so
good
sad.
the food is
Mm.
here.
Nobody,
We have
like,
a lot.
yeah.
No?
Like, if you go to somebody who, like the average person, and you say, okay, what are the world's most, tastiest cuisines or whatever? They'd say, all right, Italian, French, Japanese, maybe Chinese, Mexican. But nobody would say Russian food, even though, look at all these scrumptious things. Ay.
Yeah, they're pretty delicious. Pretty delicious. A lot of stuff like there's is really nice. But it's just like it's a little unknown, I'd say.
Yeah, and it seems really, like, cheap to make, actually, all these things.
Yeah, like you can get one third of three-fourths of cups of sour cream, some white sugar, all-purpose flour, and some lemon juice and 3 eggs, and that's your entire cake. That's the cake. That's just cake. That's done. You can make a whole cake out of that, and it's delicious too. So.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, yes, I do look forward to if you're gonna make it, please do send pics.
Yes, I will share it in Discord and be like, guys, please try this.
Yeah. And share what you think about this when you try it though. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, I should actually it's cultural exchange. I should send you some pictures of Vietnamese food as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make some too as well.
Oh, I mean, some Vietnamese food is very easy to make. Some of them requires weird things that like we don't even make it, because let's say in order to make those spring rolls, you need to make the batter yourself and then spread it on this cloth thing, which like who the fuck has that? So it's usually you would usually eat it out. Let me show you what it is. Spring corn. Like
Okay.
let me see this thing, which looks really strange. Oh shit, what? Oh. Okay, there we go. Is there like street food in Russia?
Yes. Surprisingly, shawarma is pretty
Oh,
much that.
shawarma. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Shawarma, we like shawarma. We like blinchki. There's street blinchki.
Okay,
What is usual Russian?
the thing that I just sent you is like a rolled glutinous rice cake kind of thing. And so they would have this really thin batter of just like a little pinch of flour, and the rest is just water. And then they would mix it up. It would be so thin, and they pour it on this cloth atop a pot. Then they spread it like a crepe cake, and they put minced meat inside of it, and they roll it up.
I see.
Yeah, and this next one is bangchung, which is one where we only eat in New Year's, and it's a square cake with like sticky rice. So in order to make this, it's usually the entire family makes it together during New Year. And
I see.
yeah, so you have to get banana leaf, and then you cut those banana leaves and you dry those banana leaves, and then you sort of you do some origami shit, right? And to make a box out of the banana leaf, then you add in rice, pork, I think that's like mung bean, and pepper, salt, all that, then more rice, and then you put it in a pot, and you have to cook it overnight in this sort of like fire and wood kind of thing. and you can't go to sleep because if the fire like stops during any time or gets weaker, then the entire batch is fucked. So yeah, so then it's a very like special thing that you only do on New Year's.
I see.
Yeah.
It's like, interesting. Definitely very interesting.
But it's also like very cheap ingredients because, you know, it's just a bunch of farmers in Vietnam. So
Understandable. One and also another one we use for street food is boiled corn, actually.
boiled corn?
Boiled corn, yeah.
Wait, that's it? Like just boiled corn?
There's some sweeteners added. Like it's like a boiled corn, and you like munch on it. When it comes to sweets, actually, I do have a few sweets to share with you. One of them is called chak chak.
Chuk. What is that?
Chak chak.
Chuk, Russian dessert. Alright, let me see. What is this?
It's originated from Turkic peoples. Chak is a solid favorite in the of the two Russians. It's still considered national dish of Tatar and Bashkirs. It's Tatars and Bashkirs, basically. Ethnic minority, one of the ethnic minorities.
It looks like macaronis.
Yeah, it's. Let me actually explain to you what it is really quickly. It's popular fried dough food, effectively. It's chak is made from unleavened dough cut and rolled into hazelnut-sized balls, which are then deep fried in oil.
Yeah. And then
Hazelnuts or dried fruit are added to the mixture, honey kind of stuff. Like it's very natural. It's very made from direct things.
it kind of looks like fried rice from afar.
Yeah. There's also one cake that I think I don't know if there's this cake anywhere else, but it's called птичье молоко.
Shit. Wait, let me see. This one.
It's cake. It's delicious.
Ooh. That looks elegant.
Yeah, it's птичье молоко. And one that is one of my favorite, most original like pieces.
Wait, it's bird's milk?
Yeah, it's your milk, KROWKO.
No, wait.
Sorry.
Wait, birds don't have milk. Wait, what kind of bird? Wait,
it's a joke. It's a joke. It's not an actual bird's milk.
No, I know, but it says bird's milk. Why is it called bird's milk? That's my question.
It's a brand name. That's why it was called.
Oh, okay. Dude, that looks so good. Shit.
And there's the churchella.
Churchella. Oh shit! I know those. We have those too. Interesting. Okay,
it's a candle-shaped candy made out of usually grapes. Usually.
Oh, never mind.
Grape
Then it's not the same thing.
Nuts and flour. No, it's grape must. You can. It's grape must, nuts, and flour, and it's all like strung together, and it creates a chewy gelatin-like sweet filled with nuts on a string.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, this kind of like stuff like that is pretty cool.
See, that we would never
Obviously,
know.
Yeah, this one takes a while to prepare, and it's just kind of like a national thing that maybe you just have to have. You just need to like want to try or not want to try. You know what I mean? But it's just there's so much to talk about in terms of like food at this point. If we were to have like a collab, we have actually several ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could have like a let's cook together something. Like I'm gonna dictate you like a recipe, and you're gonna make a borscht or something together.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. What the fuck? Like I could do a webcam at my kitchen, and then I would know nothing, and then you'd tell me what to do, and then I do it.
Ingredients, what ingredients to prepare, what stuff like to sit down, talk through to each other, how to cook, and stuff, and like then taste it for people. Like, would you guys want to watch this?
That's really fun. I've never thought about doing like a duo cooking kind of collab stream. That is
like
fun.
we,
Do you have
we-
webcam streams though? Like, are you showing your hand and all that?
I don't yet because I don't have the setup, but I do want to try to do setup eventually for some cooking, to bake some cook and bake myself.
True.
Yeah.
Damn,
It'd be kind of cool. Like we have several streams we could make. We can make some watch along stuff. We can make some gaming. We can make some cooking. Like genuinely, it'd be kind of cool. We have so much shit we could be doing. As long as we vibe out, and I'm gonna poke you about them. Poke.
Yeah. My only concern with these days in terms of collabs, like with everyone, is because I'm in the last semester of my master, and we have this research project going on. And it's like, before collabing with you, I couldn't even lift a finger to collab with anybody because shit, this research thing is draining my life source. So, because someone's asking like schedule ? I honestly don't know. But we have those ideas in the back burner. So whenever we have time.
Yeah, of course. Like we will not. This time, I will not take 5 months to collab again. For sure.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
But this has been so fun, though. Holy shit! Thank you so much.
This has been a really fun talk. This is a really fun conversation, and really fun just interacting and talking about cultural stuff and bringing to light some interesting stuff about everything. Yeah.
So I guess we'll end it here.
Yeah, I think it's a good place.
Yeah, it's been 3 hours. Didn't feel like it though.
Yeah. Same thing.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming. Are you doing like a small chat thing after, like with only your viewers?
I'm just gonna vibe. It's like everyone is asleep anyway.
oh yeah, because it's for your time. What is the majority of your audience, like the geography wise or time zone wise?
They usually go more to Western kind of thing, and they're all asleep now. So it's like not. I'm just basically vibing with you mostly.
Okay, well, thank God that some of my viewers are still alive here. So
yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching and interacting with us. That was so fun.
Yeah, same. That was really fun.
Thank you, Theo, for coming and spreading the knowledge of Mother Russia that we desperately needed.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely need it.
So yeah, if you guys have any ideas at all, you can check out Theo's channel and then message him there, or his Discord, or you can also go to the KROWKO's channel and then hit us up. Let us know what you want to see next time for the Vietnamese Russia collab.
Yeah, the Viet Russia collab.
Yes, going back to the communism friendship. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.